with the brownie batter. Oreo Crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco at Knoxville Smiles. Have you ever wanted to improve the look of your smile? We know firsthand what the power of a great smile means to a person's confidence and health. Our team of doctors can provide you with an array of options for helping you achieve your cosmetic goals. From simply moving teeth into a better position, to reversible cosmetic bonding, to full mouth implant-supported dentures. It is our goal to help patients feel good about their appearance while achieving optimal health. Want to learn more? Call us at 865-539-1776 to schedule an evaluation, or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
WKGN 1340, go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock at 3:03 on your Thursday afternoon edition of the show. Thank you so much for being along with us, alongside Bob Baskerville and Bear. Live today, one of our favorite places. We are at Barley's in the Old City. Come on out and say hello this afternoon, gentlemen. Lovely day. Good to see you, boys.
Good to see you. I just absolutely demolished a pepperoni slice downstairs.
That's what I hear.
It's the closest thing you can get to walking down the street in New York City and getting a slice. Undercarriage, perfect. Sauce, perfect. Everything was perfect.
They do have the perfect slice here at Barley's. I'll be getting something to go on the way out the door. Of course, they've got sports trivia coming up at 7 p.m. I don't know if you guys are planning on sticking around. I have a thing that I've got to attend to, but it is going to be wild down here tonight because, yeah, they got sports trivia at 7, and we've got a Smokies game next door. So you'll see a big crowd start showing up here in a couple of hours. So we'd love to see you. If you're coming to the Smokies game, swing by and say hello this afternoon. We're at Barley's Tap Room Pizzeria on Jackson Avenue in the Old City. All right, we got a big one today. Adam Sparks is on the show this afternoon. We'll talk to him about all things University of Tennessee athletics. You know, he had did a big deep dive on the Danny District, and it has written extensively on that. So if you have any Dannywood questions, this is the guy to talk to.
Disneyland?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I've kind of gotten, I don't know about you two, but I'm kind of tired of talking about it. I mean, it's, you know, they passed it. It's going to happen. I'm tired of.
He's got some, I think, some good factoids to share, because you're right. I mean, the ship seems like it's sailed, but I mean, he really dug deep on all the facets of the agreement and what it's going to look like with the project.
Bones of it.
Yeah, and then he also did a piece that I think would be good too, to maybe chop up a little bit about the 24-team college football playoff field as well. And he did some nice dissecting of like what would have happened for the last, you know, what would it have meant to Tennessee if we had a wider field than 12 teams in the last couple of years.
I always like those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Well, and if all else fails, we can just talk to him about who's going to be quarterback next year for Tennessee, because we haven't covered that enough. I don't feel like we haven't really gotten into the details on the whole George McIntyre versus Faison Brandon debate.
Yeah. I mean, the only news I've seen on any of that is there was a fake AI article about how GMAC was dating Sabrina Carpenter now.
Yeah, that was. I threw that one out yesterday.
I still don't know who that is. I have not done.
If she walked up to us right now, I wouldn't recognize her. But apparently, according to Walker, she's a worldwide pop superstar.
She absolutely is.
Like this generation's Britney, maybe.
Walker Smith back in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios, making it happen for us here at this afternoon. Walker, give me the 411. Give me the elevator pitch on Sabrina Carpenter. What do I need to know?
She grew up as a Disney star, did some Disney shows when she was really young, and then like about a year and a half ago, just completely blew up with her like first pop album with some songs that came out on there. I don't know what they're called, but basically she is drop dead gorgeous and a really, really popular pop star.
Well, she really is this generation's Britney.
She's tiny though too. That's the other thing.
They all came from Disney.
Yeah.
Timberlake, him or her?
I mean, she's pushing. She might be 5 foot, maybe a skosh over. She's pretty short.
But that was the latest AI article of the week. I know that we kind of keep passing those around.
What was the one I sent you? You guys recently?
They're all absolutely
so many of them. So somebody else died. I want to say. Oh, it was there was it was a baseball cheerleader.
That's it.
which is not a thing.
No.
They had there was an AI News said there's like a tragic story about a former University of Tennessee baseball cheerleader who had a 3-year-old child with some sort of horrible disease or something.
But they never really tell you how they died.
They're getting maybe the made up kid hasn't died.
I don't know. It's those things are so wild.
Maybe baseball does need cheerleaders, Dance team up on top of the dugout between innings.
Didn't we just see that in Lexington?
No, I'm talking about chicks, Bob. Women,
not the Kentucky baseball
young ladies in skirts, shaking, jiggling, and jiving on top of the dugouts for our amusement.
Yes, I know. Seabrant V3 on the live chat reminds us one of Sabrina's hits. You could look it up as Espresso Girl. Is what it's called.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow! Sounds like a classic.
I put it right up there with Blowing in the Wind and
Wow.
This Land Is Your
Come
Land.
on, you got to be open-minded, man. It's for the
Espresso
kids.
Girl.
Yeah, you never know. Could be really good.
Neil Young does have a song called Cinema
Espresso,
Girl.
not Espresso Girl.
Really? Just espresso.
Walker seems to be pretty familiar with the catalog.
Yeah,
also.
well,
Walker is standing for his generation's songbird.
That's right.
I'm just on the internet and am knowledgeable of the situation.
Well, that's good because we're not.
I gotta
we've
cover
been too.
bases that you guys can't cover. It's my
We've
job.
been too busy keeping track of the Mike Vrabel, Diana Rossini files.
God, it just drips.
Continues. I'm actually, speaking of songs, I've been working on a.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So far, it's just in my head. You want to hear the first 2 lines?
No.
No?
No. This thing. Will...
Come on, man. We can't tease the audience like this. I just gotta. Because I got to know whether or not I'm wasting my time, whether or not I really want to go all in on this and actually record it, or if you guys tell me if it doesn't get a chuckle.
Let me and Bob hear it at the break.
I mean, this is on the radio, you idiot. Like people are listening.
Okay, is this like a Weird Al Yankovic thing where you're spoofing another song?
All right, here goes. Listen.
All right.
Little ditty about Mike and Diana got caught fooling around in the cabana.
It's a good start.
Good start.
All
right. What do you think? What do you think, Walker?
Thought you're the songbird of our generation, Russell.
Mike and Diana. It's got some potential.
We used to have this caller, Bob Wesson Franklin. He doesn't call anymore, but he used to do these crazy songs. It used to be a big part of the drive.
How about this?
Russ has done some.
Oh yeah, Mike's the father.
Oh. Workshop the lyrics.
I mean, what do we think?
Mike's dad.
Listen, you ain't getting on no rental boat for 2 or 3 hours with a woman who's 6'7", who's very pregnant, 6-7 months along.
Unless you're having to talk about something.
And if that ain't your baby.
Now you went out in the middle of the lake and had a conversation about something right before she had that baby.
Only, Bob, listen.
Recklessly speculate with us, Bob.
Only a total psycho would get on a boat with a woman. You're the only two people on this boat, and she's 6-7 months pregnant with some other person's child. That's a total psycho move. The only way you get on that boat is if that's your baby.
Or maybe he was not aware. Maybe they had not physically seen each other for 6 months.
She shows up pregnant?
Yeah.
You've seen it. I mean, she's
Come
pregnant,
on,
dude.
Come on. If you're close enough to rent a boat privately with the two of you, and keep in mind, this is after we know
Cookville.
They've been together for a while. They have a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
She's not just going to show up for the first time in 6 months. Hey, check it out. Bun in the oven.
Some out-of-the-way marina in Cookville, Tennessee. I mean, that's the part I love the best about it. They went to damn Cookville.
Wow.
I mean, gun to your head, you have to say, that's Vrabel's baby, yes or no?
Probably more yes than no.
Yeah. I think it's like 80-90% yes.
I'd be stunned if it was. Like, I would be gobsmacked if it wasn't. And I still think this is her husband.
I'm beginning to wonder.
All the strings on this.
And I know, like, Drake May said, hey, I back my coach, all this other stuff. At what point does the heat get too much for the Patriots organization?
If this stuff is still dripping in camp.
Yeah.
Preseason.
Because, I mean, it's going to be a major distraction. Major.
Well, yeah.
Continues.
What do you make of all these rumors? I keep hearing it floated from different places that if they had to do what I'm sure they think is the unthinkable and fire him, about Tomlin.
About Tomlin?
Yeah.
What about Tomlin?
The Patriots would bring Mike Tomlin to be the head coach. That'd probably be a pretty good move. I mean, is he wonder kid? No, but he's definitely he'll run a stable franchise with him at the helm. Upper level mediocrity.
On one hand, I don't think if you're the Patriots, this rises to a fireable offense. Okay, the guy's made a horrible personal life decision, but it's his personal life. If he can move forward and coach his team and do his job, then I'm not firing him. That's what I think from just a sports perspective. But there's the other, just right, wrong, that part of me that says it's really unfair that she is done so. She loses her prestigious job at the Athletic. I know she's going to start a podcast. She's going to be a silly person now, but he just gets to go on with his life. Gets his name dragged through the mud a little bit, but that's it.
There's also, the further this goes along, with the latest thing, something to do with and I don't really understand with the tweets and how it would have helped the Titans, but they're talking about the Julio Jones trade, that she might have influenced that. And when you get into that stuff, obviously, she's going to lose her job. I just wonder if it'll be a big enough distraction to him to where the Patriots will be like, look, what if the Patriots just insane this fall and they open 0-3, 0-4?
Yeah,
with the team that went to the Super Bowl last year.
When is it going to end? When is the last photo, video, text message, whatever? That's what I worry. If I'm the Patriots, it's is this just going to go on? Does some private investigator or somebody have just reams and reams of stuff, and it's going to go on for years?
Yeah.
Every now, here's a new photo of Mike and Diana.
The thing I believe more than that kid being his is that I would be stunned if this isn't her husband. She trashed him publicly on appearances all the time. And I wonder if he hired a bunch of private investigators and he's just got to stack them out, 3 feet high, and he's just going to keep him. I feel like he's trying to destroy them both, which, I can respect the petty in that.
He's doing a good job of it so far. Speaking of destruction, Bear, we have a hantavirus update.
I'm a little nervous.
We need some music for this too. This is a developing story. You're a little nervous, so you're about where you were in December of 2019 when we were still goofing about this.
No, I learned my lesson then. You realize
you're not going to goof about any
of this. The Drive
this.
was one of the first American media shows that mentioned the coronavirus. We were.
Yeah, right.
I wasn't aware.
But yeah.
Because we had our own sources over in Wuhan that were reporting on the stuff. But anyway, it's landed in Holland now.
Well, yeah, because they let the person on the flight.
It's multiple people have tested positive in the Netherlands now, Holland, after being on that ship. So it's out. We've broken containment.
Yeah. It's out in the wild now.
Like Dylan Sampson getting loose on an outside zone. He's broken contain. You scared?
I mean, what's there to be scared of? I mean, I'm sure we're well prepared.
Dying a slow, horrible, painful death?
That's the thing. It's not slow. It's painful and it's horrible, but you go pretty quick.
I don't know, man. Like, going quick to me is the guillotine. Like, if I'm lying there for 2 or 3 days in my sick bed, unable to breathe.
Well, you won't be. You'll be in a hospital with a tube down your throat. You probably be able to shake it off.
Before you get there, it's going to be miserable. Your last waking moments on this earth are going to be awful.
That's the other thing.
What's that?
There's no treatment for it.
No, we've never cured a virus.
Well, fortunately, we've got CDC is really in a good spot right now on all this stuff, so they can get to the bottom of it.
Are you being sarcastic?
Yes, absolutely.
We don't. With the CDC's, we've been defunded.
Yeah,
that was budget cut.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't want it. It's not that becomes political, but I mean,
it shouldn't. But
yeah,
here we are.
File that one into the "we're so screwed" category if we if this gets worse.
You don't think Donald Trump and his team of his crack staff of trained, savvy medical professionals will be able to protect us from the next pandemic?
Hell, the head of it might have even eaten one of these rats for all we know.
Maybe that's what we need to do is just turn RFK Jr. loose on this thing.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we got to take a quick time out. When we continue, Adam Sparks joins the festivities, KnoxNews.com. We'll talk to him about the latest with Danny Wood coming soon to a riverfront near you. Plus, Josh Heupel in the 2014 playoff. Will he be a part of it when it gets into, not this season, but maybe next 2027 season, maybe?
Correct.
We expanded 24.
Yep.
All right, we'll talk with Sparks about all this and more when we continue live from Barley's. It's The Drive on Fan Run Radio. Stay with us.
The Drive.
Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans, Fan Run Radio.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Tired of spending your weekends working in the yard? Let ECR Total Landscapes handle it for you. We'll take care of de-weeding your flower beds, leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more. Let us do the heavy lifting so your landscape looks great. Right now, get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you mention promo code FANRUN. Reliable service, great results, and more free time for you. Call us today at 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Experience the thrill of traveling with C&B's exclusive travel program. Customers age 50 and above with a Plus Perks checking account can participate, ensuring a safe and delightful travel adventure. Take a day trip or an overnight trip. Travel domestic or international. C&B is always on the go.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
Fan Radio, The Drive continues. Thursday afternoon edition of the show. We're live at Barley's in the Old City. Russell, Bob, and Bear, pleased to be joined by our good friend Adam Sparks of KnoxNews.com, your Knoxville News Sentinel. Good afternoon, Adam. How are you, sir?
Not bad. How you guys doing?
Hey, we're doing very good. Thank you so much for joining us. Boy, you have been a busy writer, Adam. I've been reading a lot of your stuff. Let's start with the Entertainment District, or Dannywood, as many of us are calling it. Danny White says it's not about the money, it's about improving the fan experience. Are you buying it?
I mean, it's about both. There's some semantics, I think, in here, because if it's 10% about the fan experience and 90% about revenue generation, then you can say it's about the fan experience. I mean, he's right in that he thinks it will serve both. And I do think it'll serve both. The question is, who does it serve within the fan base? I mean, I would suspect most listeners are going to, give their money and time and all that to the entertainment district itself, in that, restaurants, shops, those sort of things that are going to be there. And I suspect a lot of listeners will enjoy it to some extent. They may not like how it looks. They may wish it wasn't there in time, but I suspect most listeners will enjoy that part of it. Will they enjoy the hotel condo? Will they ever go inside it, go in one of the rooms, stay there overnight, be on the rooftop bar? I suspect most listeners will not. And so, I think that's where some of the divide comes in, is what is helping the fan experience. I think the district probably does. We'll see what comes in and what how they pull that off. The condo hotel, it's going to be part of it, but I would suspect that's going to be, less than 5% of the fan base probably enjoys that or benefits from it. But that's, that's a lot of things. I mean, they generate a lot of money from suites, a lot more than they generate from the same number of seats in the stands. So I guess this is just par for the course.
Adam, I know you're a big baseball guy. You've been to, obviously, the Battery in Atlanta and probably some of the other entertainment districts around sporting venues that are out there. For folks who might not have been to one of those things, what's your favorite and how would you describe it?
Yeah, I mean, I've been to the Battery the most, so I guess I would just have to pick that one out because I'm at that one a few times every year. The most recent one I was at was the one in Dallas. I guess I was there for the UT baseball series. I'm trying to remember why I was there. It's called Texas Live. It's between there's the Texas Rangers Stadium and then the Jerry Dome, the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. In between the two is Texas Live. It's a cool spot. I think I've been to the one at Kansas City. I've been to LA Live, obviously in Los Angeles. I've been to a number of those. I mean, you have to do them for what that fan base wants. And and this one, the Tennessee one, the UT one, will be a scaled down version of those. But what will the fan base regularly buy? They'll buy barbecue. There's going to be a barbecue place there. They'll buy pizza. There's going to be a pizza place there. They'll have some semblance of a sports bar there. You're always going to have that. At any of these things, there's going to be a common area that I think people would generally enjoy. There'll be. I don't know if there'll be a Vols shop there. There's been talk of that. If there's a separate Vols shop, there will be something like that. And then, do you have other vendors? Do you have just an Adidas only UT store? But they can only have so many. I don't have it in front of me, but I know a couple of years ago, I looked at the preliminary plans and laid out what they had planned as a possibility for some of those places. And it was like a barbecue place, a pizza place, I think 3 or 4 total restaurants. There's going to be a couple of restaurants in the hotel. There'll be a couple of shops. And I think a lot of those are still in the planning stages because you can't get vendors to sign on yet until you get the thing started and built and financed. But I think people will like that part of it. It's just, I think the big pushback is the parking, which is probably going to be, it'll be definitely a temporary problem. I don't know if it'll be a permanent problem. And then obviously a lot of people are angry about how this could change the skyline with the hotel there.
Yeah, Adam, thanks for joining us. And that's a good segue into my talk me down, because I think most all of it has, as I've been saying on the show, progress is progress. You can't stand in the way of it. And we have examples of where it works. I think LA Live was one of the first ones that I saw way back when, and I actually enjoyed the experience before going into a Lakers game. But the situation with the parking, talk me down on that one. What is your understanding, at least, of the plan of what they want to do with the parking? Because G10 and everything surrounding it on a normal game day is already tough. This sounds like it's going to be just potentially just chaos.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's a few things that I think we can push aside. Is that the hotel will not take away spaces. I'm talking about when this thing's all built. The hotel will not take away spaces from G10. There's going to be 200 plus spaces on its own that are just for the hotel, private spaces. The new G10 that is built, I mean, I saw plans where it was going to be, I think, 300 or 400 fewer than they have now. It's like 1,800 spaces now. It's going to be like 1,500 spaces or something. But then in the Board of Trustees the other day, they said they would be plus 200. Now, is that plus 200 in G10, or is that plus 200 overall, where they've got some other spaces elsewhere and maybe they're spread out? So maybe somebody that's been in G10 will be somewhere else. That's the long term once all this is done. There's some vague language about that they're demoing 2/3 of G10 and then adding the spaces of the new G10. So are they counting the old spaces they're not touching plus the new spaces? They say that it will be the final result. Well, there will be more parking spaces in total when all this is done. Now, some people are going to get angry for good reason in the next year of what's going to happen, because G10 will be demolished. It has to be replaced by August of 27. So you're going to have to go through this football season, basketball, baseball without G10. So everybody's going to be displaced there. And you're going to have some pretty high-priced donors that are used to being on the top of G10 that are suddenly going to be told they're going to have to get on a shuttle, and they're going to have shuttles that take them to parking spaces that are far away. And some people will swallow that, put up with it, say it's only 1 year. Others, will walk out of the Tennessee-Texas game, be angry because Tennessee lost on a last-second field goal, and think, well, now I got to stand 30 minutes and wait for my shuttle to take me somewhere else before I can get home. Not putting a hex on the Texas game, but I'm just saying that there will be times when people will say it's not worth the 1 year of frustration, even if they do like the final result.
Oh, it's so true. Like the wins and losses will impact. Hey, if Tennessee rolls out there and goes 10-2 again and makes the college football playoff with a young quarterback, nobody is going to be complaining about having to sit in traffic for an extra hour or two in whatever the parking garage situation looks like down there. But man, if it's 8-4 or worse, I mean, you could see the tweets now, right, Adam? It's going to be, you. First of all, you go out there and you put up a mediocre product, and now we got to sit through this. This is an outrage.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Angry fans, right or wrong, angry fans will conflate money spent on a facility like that with money spent on a roster. And number one, they're two completely different buckets. One has almost nothing to do with the other. Two, this is a public-private partnership, so the money is being fronted and financed by the private investors. Tennessee is only putting money itself into the construction of the parking garage, which that was going to be replaced eventually. I mean, I understand. I try to understand that people have, some sentimental attachment to a parking garage. I know there are a lot of memories there, but that eventually was going to get demoed and replaced. Maybe it wasn't going to happen this year, but it was going to happen in the next 10 years. But that's really the only money that Tennessee's putting out. So, if Tennessee is 7-5 because the roster doesn't look like it's up to par, it was not going to be any different because they demoed a parking garage beside the stadium. But I do understand how people are going to conflate the two, and I guess I can understand how people conflate the two because frustration is frustration.
Well, we're going to have years to bemoan this whole thing, right? It'll be it's a multi-year project, so like I said, let's get to it.
I can't wait to be an old man in my 70s talking about, I remember before they had that confounded hotel on the river. It was a boondoggle, I tell you.
The thing is, they're going to have these everywhere. I'm working on something right now, looking around the conference, and Oklahoma's had one in the works for a while that looks like they're finally going to get around to. LSU has been trying to get the financing on one. Ole Miss is in the planning stages of one that I believe is going to have a condo hotel at it. Tennessee's going to be the first one that's going to, in college, it's going to be, hey, look, it's done. Here it is. Admire it or hate it or whatever. But others are following. If Tennessee shut down this project today, there'd be 4 or 5 in the SEC within the next 5 years.
All right, let's pivot a little bit because you did another piece. It seems like postseason, whether it's football or basketball, expansion has really ruled the news cycle again the last couple of days. I think today they just voted in officially the NCAA tournament field expansion, and then the talk of the college football playoff expansion going to 24 teams. You wrote a piece on knoxnews.com that I thought was pretty interesting, and I'd love to let the listener hear from you too, your thoughts on, because everybody's question would be, how would Tennessee have done in the last couple of years if we had an expanded field beyond the current state of 12 teams?
Yeah, well, if it was 16 teams, which it would at least be that, Tennessee would have made it the same number of times, but it would have been in contention later in the year. If it was a 24-team field, which I think it's probably going to go to, then Tennessee would have gotten in, let's see, how did I write it? They would have gotten in 3 times and would have been in contention each of the last 4 years. Basically, it would have been if you beat Vandy in last year's season finale, you would have gotten in 4 straight. So you would have gone into the last game saying you can make 4 straight playoff appearances. I could see why fans would look at that and say, okay, great. So you just got to be pretty good and you're going to get in the playoff every year. You don't have to be really good or great. I could see the allure of that. On the other hand, that wears off pretty quickly. I mean, you just mentioned the NCAA tournament. If you say that a coach got an NCAA tournament 4 years in a row at an SEC school, you say, okay, so how deep did they make it? So I think that would wear off in time, and I think coaches need to understand that too, that that all the coaches, most of the coaches want a 24-team playoff because they think, well, I can make it most years and keep my job. people are going to get tired of the fact that you just made the playoff. I've made this joke a few times the last week, but it won't take long until somebody gets the nickname Coach Quarterfinal, because you're going to have a really successful coach who can't get past maybe the quarterfinals. And people are going to get tired of that and say, you're not going to keep your job just by making the field. You've got to go deep into the field. And plus coaches like Josh Heupel, I mean, at this level, if he missed the 2014 playoff, I think he would immediately be on the hot seat. If he missed it 2 years in a row, I think he'd be in danger of being fired. And so, again, be careful what you wish for. I'm not even sure what I want anymore, because before, when I would think about what's good, is expansion good, I pushed against it early on. I didn't want a 12-team field. I would always think of it in terms of what's good for the postseason. In other words, how many teams could legitimately win the national championship? Is it 6? Is it 8? I didn't think it was 12. Well, in the transfer portal era, we see that it can be that. I mean, last year Notre Dame didn't make it. Notre Dame may have been good enough to make the final if they'd made it. It got in. So 12 is enough. I have changed my thinking now, not thinking about how many, what's good for the postseason of how many legitimately should be in there, but more what it means for the regular season. And with a 12-team playoff, my interest in the regular season has shot up dramatically. I care about Big 12 games and games on the West Coast and all that in November, where I just didn't care about it that much. So maybe we can keep that interest in the 24 if we go to 24. But I just that's what I want. I want to care about the full regular season. I think we have that right now. I'm pretty sure we would have that at 16. I'm not sure about 24.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, 16 would have been ideal to me. I think 24 is a bridge too far, but again, nobody's asking my opinion. The last thing I have is your thoughts on, because part of this, I think the movement towards a 24-team playoff is that conference championship games would effectively go away. At least that's the conversation. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that. I don't really care that much about. I mean, at this point, the conference championships are more an inconvenience. They can mess up more than they can help when you're talking about the playoff. People don't care that much about whether or not you win your conference if you don't do anything in the playoff. So I'm fine with those going away. I will say that brings up what I think may be the best selling point for me of the 2014 playoff, is that most of the models you've seen floated, you get rid of the conference championship, which you would have to. And so then you would, at the end of the regular season, the players get a week off, probably for finals or whatever. And then they would start the playoff the week after that. Like the second week in December, you're in round 1. And then I think it's the quarterfinals would be like New Year's Eve, New Year's. So you get Christmas off. And then first week of January is the semifinals. Second week of January is the final. And so I like that calendar, because I've never liked let's take off from Thanksgiving until after, till New Year's, until you can see a game. Hey, the players are here, the fans are here, the coaches are here. Take a week off and then play it. And so I like the idea of just, let's continue the season, jump right into the playoff. And you know what? If you make the playoff and you lose in round 1, you made the playoff, but at Christmas your team is done. Turn your attention to the transfer portal. If you win the first round, think of winning a game at Neyland Stadium in the first round, and then you go to Christmas, and then you get a second round game at New Year's you get to look forward to. And win or lose there, you can be either done with the season or go on into January. But I just like that calendar as opposed to sitting around and waiting for a bowl a month later. So that's one thing I would really like about the 2014 playoff.
Adam Sparks, KnoxNews.com, another stellar appearance on the drive this afternoon. Adam, great stuff, my friend. What are you working on next over at KnoxNews.com?
Looking some more at the 2014 playoff and more of the Neyland Entertainment District. We've talked about both of those. Going down to a conference on Monday and going to get a little bit from Greg Sankey. He'll be a guest speaker, so I'll talk to him. And that's mostly what I'm interested in the immediate time about. What is he going to bend? Because right now he wants 16. The leadership in the SEC wants 16-team playoff. but more and more of the SEC is peeling off away from him for a 24. The coaches are. Danny White has. I want to see if he digs his heels in or not. And if it really just comes down to media rights, because that appears to be what it is. He doesn't want to share media rights and all that with the other conferences, and he feels like there could be consolidation in the future if you go to a 2014 playoff. I think that's why he's pushing back so much.
Well, it just seems like he and the SEC are losing power, on and off the field. And, not that anybody's playing a small violin for the SEC, but it's taking us as fans and media, I think, a lot of time to wrap our heads around the idea that the SEC doesn't run college sports anymore, because they had done it for so long, Adam, that, when this whole 16 versus 24 thing started going a year or so ago, whenever it was, I just sort of assumed that 16 would win out because that's what the SEC wants.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like it's going to happen. It looks like the other leagues, and mostly the Big Ten, are going to bully the big bad SEC into getting what they want.
Yeah, it seems like the Big Ten won like an overnight coup or something. We all had this one reality, and then we all go to sleep. We wake up the next morning, and suddenly the Big Ten seems to be running things. What happened overnight? Well, I mean, a lot of Big Ten schools figured out how to generate a lot of money from enormous alumni bases, and that's where you get 3 straight national titles. That's where you get like an Indiana coming up in the way that they did. A lot more TV revenue. They've done better in media recently. And yeah, I just think a lot of teams and conferences have said there's different ways, and you don't necessarily have to follow the SEC. The NIL has leveled out a number of things. Transfer portal has made it possible to where if you get the right coach, like a Cignetti, you can maximize your roster and not depend on what your traditions are. And that has benefited the Big Ten recently more than it has the SEC.
Boy, that's such a good point, man. Like the randomness of Cignetti getting the Indiana job.
He's a wild card.
And the impact that's going to have on the entire college sports universe. Like, you just never know where the next guy's going to pop up. Like, if that dude had popped up at Ole Miss or, I don't know, South Carolina, like, it's different, right? The Big Ten doesn't have 3 championships in a row, and maybe some formerly obscure SEC school is into the conversation, and maybe Greg Sankey still has a little bit more power, which would be just enough to push through his agenda. But
yeah, and what's alarming, if you're just on Team SEC generally, what's alarming is that Kirby Smart is in favor of a 24-team playoff, which is competitive as that guy is. That strikes me a little bit as hedging his bets. He should be a guy that should want a 4-team playoff. Instead, he's saying, "No, I want to make sure that I get in." Well, how is he looking at the college landscape or his NIL situation and thinking, "I need to make sure that I get in at 9-3"? And then you look at Alabama, and you hear whispers down there of, "Hey, can we compete NIL wise to be elite?" And you have Nick Saban banging the drum of, wanting some rules and a salary cap in place because, these things should be even. You shouldn't have one program having benefits that other programs are getting, which is laughable considering the history. But, Kalen DeBoer signing a 7-year deal when you're not even sure if they're going to want him a year from now. So they're sort of trying to lock up a coach long-term that we can say may not be elite, but will be competitive. Again, he's sort of a 9-3 coach. I don't know. I just look around and I see some of the traditional SEC heavyweights hedging their bets rather than, of being pretty good long-term rather than, running college football. And that should be a little alarming if you're on Team SEC.
Kalen DeBoer is an excellent candidate to be the first coach quarterfinal, Adam. Leave that. Unfortunately, so is Josh Heupel, but one of those two might be the first.
But the difference there is, I think if Kalen DeBoer was coach quarterfinal, let's say after 3 years, he'd be fired. If Josh Heupel made the quarterfinal 3 years in a row, people would give him more of the Rick Barnes treatment right now, which is he's getting close. Just a few more bucks, and we can get him over the finish line. I think that's the difference between Tennessee football and Alabama football. If you had that kind of run,
I can see it.
That's a whole other conversation, man. Josh Heupel's got to do that. He's got to get some of that Rick Barnes salesmanship mojo and throw some more money at this thing. But we'll end it there. Sparks, really appreciate your time. He's at Adam Sparks on X, of course, knoxnews.com, where you can go to read his work. Always a pleasure, Adam. Really appreciate the time.
Okay, guys, y'all have a good one.
Thank you, Adam.
Adam Sparks, one more time on the program. Coach quarterfinal. I like that.
Yeah, that was good. There was a lot of good stuff. I love the symmetry, and I like the 24 team. The whole take a week off and then get right into it.
Oh, they're selling you on 24. You're there.
I'm sold on it.
All right. The willow. A slight breeze has blown the willow over to the 24 side.
I mean, it's a pretty good argument. You get 1 week off and they immediately go into the playoffs like they basically do.
You can do that with 16 too.
Yeah, I hate the prospect of, we could be accepting Tennessee at 8-4 going into the playoffs. That just doesn't feel right.
I think Adam's painting a little bit rosier picture than I would of Tennessee fans. 3 straight trips to the whatever the first round of the playoffs, one and done.
I'd like to introduce him to Jamie and Phil.
Yeah, we're gonna get bored of that a little quicker than we are in basketball.
Yeah,
because we ain't had that success in basketball yet. So,
yep.
How can you grow accustomed to something you've never had?
I agree.
Quick timeout. You're listening to The Drive live this afternoon. Barley's in the Old City. Back with more Fan Run Radio right after this.
The Drive.
Check out exclusive Fan Run video content on YouTube. Just search Fan Run Sports and be sure to like and subscribe.
Attention local businesses. Are you looking for a powerful way to reach your customers? Want to get your message heard by thousands right here in our community? Then it's time to advertise on Fan Run Radio. Radio advertising works. It's affordable, effective, and gets results fast. Whether you run a restaurant, a retail shop, or a service-based business, we'll help you craft the perfect message to bring in more customers. With listeners tuning in every day, your business will stay top of mind. And the best part is, it's easier than ever to get started right now. Don't wait. Boost your brand and grow your business today. Email me at russell@fanrunsportsgroup.com or just DM me on Facebook or Twitter to learn more.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered. Hold up. That's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
Where are the best ribs in the Volunteer State? Rickard Ridge. Who has the best barbecue catering packages in East Tennessee? Rickard Ridge. And where is the most beautiful setting to enjoy a meal with family and friends? Rickard Ridge. Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Just a quick ride up I-75, take exit 134, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is on your left, just inside Cove Lake State Park.
Ball fans,
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues. Wrapping up hour number 1 of the show. Russell, Bob, and Bear back with you live today at Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria. If you're coming out to the Smokies game tonight, stop by, say hello. We'll be here till 6 p.m. Of course, they've got Thursday night sports trivia coming up at 7 p.m. right here. So downtown in the Old City, the place to be in what's shaping up to be a pretty good weather day. I think the high's only mid-60s. I mean, be a great opportunity to go and sip cold beverages underneath the stars at Covenant Health Park in the Cove this afternoon. Bob, I went ahead and popped the top on the NBA playoffs last night.
Did you?
No baseball. Watched the Knicks and the Sixers. Gotta say, I thought that the Sixers blew an opportunity there. Kind of choked down the stretch. Without their big man, they're in that game.
They were.
Late lead in the fourth quarter, just kind of fell apart.
Yeah, that was a tough one. I just can't stand the Knicks. That's the other thing that adds to it. And so I was.
Spike still courtside at all those games?
Yeah.
I watched the video of Reggie giving him the choke.
Yeah.
The infamous choke game against the Pacers.
Now that was, I actually felt Philly hung in there better than I thought they would without Embiid. But to your point, they had a chance to win this thing, maybe steal one. But didn't happen. And so the Knicks, now I think that series is at best is a 6-game series. Knicks will win it.
Speaking of series, are we ready for a drive derby this weekend between my Atlanta Braves and your LA Dodgers? 3 games to decide the fate of the known universe. Actually, it's to decide absolutely nothing. But 3 games this weekend in Los Angeles between what some are calling the 2 best teams in the big leagues.
But guess you put something on it.
Well, what did we discuss earlier in the week? You have to lead the chop. The Braves win this series this weekend with gusto. You have to lead the chop Monday on air.
And then if the Dodgers win, you have to sing "I Love L.A."
Oh yeah, that was
yes.
Well, you've already heard me do my Mellencamp. I can break out some Randy Newman.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not too hard to do Randy Newman. Really, that.
I feel like we'd all
driving down. Yeah, you'll be able to. His voice is raspy.
Is that his best song?
I don't know.
I love that.
Short People was his biggest hit.
That's DR Vols' favorite song.
He's so twisted.
But I liked You Can Leave Your Hat On. That was a good one. You ever heard that one? You can leave your hat on.
I only heard Joe Cocker do that.
Am I getting it mixed up?
I think you might be.
Ooh,
either
big
that
swing and a miss.
or either that, or he wrote it.
He might have written it, but Joe Cocker performed it on the soundtrack for 9.5 weeks.
Because Joe Cocker is best known for writing his own songs.
But you've got a friend in me.
That's a great one too. Quick timeout. You're listening to The Drive. It's Fan Run Radio, hour number 2 coming up.
This ain't no wishy-washy, limp-wristed, kale-eating, half-ass sports radio station. We're your in-your-face, truth-telling, say-it-loud, flag-waving, face-painting, hardcore, bring the noise, causing a ruckus, don't give a damn sports station. Sports talk that doesn't just hang up and listen. For the fans. This is Fan Run Radio. Get some.
Your Knoxville Smokies are back home all this week, and we've got the best promotions, like kicking off the week with Cinco de Mayo. Then all-you-can-eat Wednesday, Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers, and this weekend, get to the ballpark early on Friday and get your free camo replica jersey. Love gum? Well, good. It's Big League Chew Night on Saturday with post-game fireworks, and we're celebrating Mom on Sunday. It's Mother's Day. Woo! What a week. Reserve your seats now at smokiesbaseball.com.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life. days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half. Simple luxury for on and off the course.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the Drive underway. Fan Run Radio. Russell, Bob, and Bear at Barley's in the Old City. Walker Smith back in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. He's got the top 4 at 4. Walker, hit it.
At number 1, Josh Elander is going with the same weekend rotation for the final home series of the season against Texas. Tegan Coons will be the Friday night starter. Evan Blanco will stay the Saturday starter, and Landon Mack will wrap up the series on Sunday.
Do you agree with the shuffle? You think it worked?
Well, somebody said you shuffle things when it's going well, and then you keep it the same after you lose the series. So I don't know. I at this point, I think you've pressed just about every button you can. If you're Josh Elander, yeah, I don't know what else you can do. So, I mean, I think it kind of is what it is. I think it should be Coons, Mack, and then Blanco on Sunday. But I don't think it matters. And
you think we're gonna make the playoffs for the postseason? What's your gut feeling?
I don't know. I mean, we'll know when we come on the air Monday. I think we'll have a much better idea.
The only thing I worry about is if we happen to get swept this weekend, then at that point, like, our only path forward, in my opinion, is they got to sweep Oklahoma.
Do some work in Birmingham,
which I just don't. I don't see us sweeping anyone right now. I know we did it with Mississippi State, but
it's kind of a man baseball team right now, aren't we?
It does kind of feel, though, like, I mean, this is the ultimate every time I'm out, they suck me back in team nothing would surprise me. If you get a great start from Coons tomorrow and win game 1,
I mean,
still, win one of the next 2 and win that series, and we all come back Monday talking about, all right, what do we got to do? Let's see if we can steal this series, win at least a game. Hey, who knows? Maybe 2, then we're good. At that point, you're just playing for seeding. Who knows? Maybe you get really hot and we get back into the hosting conversation. But like I said, every time you get too far, you're ahead of yourself with this team. They have a really disappointing loss, which just kind of knocks you back to square one.
At number 2, days after reports emerged that the NCAA was in the final stages of its efforts to expand the men's and women's basketball tournaments to 76 teams, the news is official. The NCAA voted to make the change, bringing about a new era in the sport. The NCAA had been considering expanding both tournaments for more than a year.
You keep getting the changes you don't want. Everything gets too big, but we got to have more games so we can have more money, because we got to be able to pay these players. You see, we've got these new bills. We got to pay the players. So that's why, oh yeah, by the way, you're getting a raise. Ain't nobody's salary coming down in the coaches or the AD's world. They got the money. They've always had the money. This is just an excuse to get a little bit more of your money. And so far, as long as we keep giving it to them, guess what? They're going to keep taking it.
I've been trying to tell you, man, corporate greed. Just outright greed, Russ.
You've been trying to tell me about corporate greed?
Yeah.
You're the only one, huh?
I've been telling you, and then you paint me as some type of, leftist, communist pinko. I don't know. But yeah, it's disgusting. Always in our pockets. Not even kidding. I mean, it's just more. You give us more money. You got to pay for this streaming service to get this, and you're paying for this, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
When's it going to end, Bob?
It is not. This just in, it's not going to end, Bear.
I think they ought to just go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off. Football season all year long, 50-game schedule. You get 2 off weeks, and it's just what we do. We play football. Imagine the TV dollars for that. Who cares if half the kids are quadriplegic? We'll have another round coming in. We'll have reinforcements. We're expanding rosters to 700 guys. You get 700 players a year. That'll be enough to fill. I mean,
yeah. All these
why
kids
not?
like scrambled eggs for brains, and I don't know.
Sorry, Walker. We're doing our old man thing. Go ahead.
That's all good. At number 3, Florida State and Georgia have mutually agreed to cancel their home-and-home series set for 2027 and 28, but are working on scheduling a neutral site matchup. Both the SEC and ACC are moving to 9-game league schedules, making non-conference scheduling more challenging, particularly because both Florida State and Georgia already play in-state non-conference rivalry games at the end of the season.
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot on that last rant. Yeah, you've got all these games, more football and everything, but you still got to watch Tennessee play Kennesaw.
Yeah, you do.
We still got to have one of these games has still got to be against Furman and everything,
And these teams are canceling a series like one of the I put it's top 15 old Southern football traditional, right? Florida State. If Florida's not playing Florida State, what the hell are we doing? I don't care. Conference 9-game schedule. What?
Well, that's why Florida State can't play Georgia.
Yeah,
because you got to keep that. Which I don't see why you can't do both. But that's just me.
Bob, at some point, will the network, will the TV people put their foot down and they're going to want? They would much rather have Florida State than Florida Kennesaw State or Florida State, whoever, Samford. I mean, for the money they're paying to broadcast all this stuff,
every game will get televised, though, one way or another. I mean, you're right. I think ESPN's the one that has the most sway, and they can basically they're doing that already. They pick the games that they want, and so that's why you see so much. It may not involve SEC teams, but you see a lot of Man, you got to be a total degenerate if you're watching some of these games on CBS Sports Network. They're just grabbing whatever they can. That's just scraps basically. They'll all be televised, man. That's the problem. When you ask if the broadcasters are going to put their foot down, they all want the content. They all want the inventory. It's really about the conferences. They're the ones that are really in control of this.
And at number 4, quarterback Aaron Rodgers is expected to visit the Pittsburgh Steelers this weekend and is likely to play for them this upcoming season. There is no agreement between the Steelers and Rodgers at this time, but one is expected to come when they meet.
A-Raj.
43.
Put him out to pasture.
He's going to be 43 this year.
43 is not old. He would have. 43 is young. He's in his prime.
If you had gone to the same high school, you'd have been a senior when he was a freshman. He's 43.
He's 2 years younger than me.
Maybe a sophomore in your senior. I mean, that's insane. Can you imagine Russ walking out on a football field and playing?
Short of Tom Brady, have we ever seen another quarterback that's?
I mean, the old days, you saw like some of those old crazy
slinging
dudes.
Sammy Baugh, played till he's 50.
Y.A. Tittle.
I mean, Flacco's 40-ish, right?
I think Flacco's older than Rodgers.
No, he's not.
It's the only position you can do it besides kicker, right? You don't see any 45-year-old wide receivers running around out there.
No,
Darryl Green played for a long time.
40-year-old DB. Turn your hips, Grandpa. Thank you, Walker. That is the top 4 at 4. It's brought to you by Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria, where we are this afternoon doing the thing. Come on out and try one of their pizzas. World famous Barley's pizzas. They've got whatever you want down here. Tell your bartender you heard about it here on Fan Run Radio, and they will take excellent care of you.
You guys know what I realized? I was thinking last night. I sat there and I realized Boston's had a really bad year.
Boston.
Yeah, they lost the Super Bowl in February.
Mm-hmm.
The Celtics got knocked out of the NBA playoffs. The Red Sox fired their manager at the end of April, and now Vrabes is caught up
in a classic sex scandal.
Yeah, his Gumar,
his mistress. Oh man, or is he? I kind of feel like Vrabes is her mistress.
I don't know. Who wears the pants in that relationship?
That's a good question.
She's a pistol.
Yeah, I know that tears you apart. And our friends up in Boston having a difficult go of it. They were in the NBA Finals last year, right? Or no?
Jalen.
They won it. They won it 2 years ago.
They've had enough championships. They can stand a down year or two.
Yeah.
Boy, what do you think sports radio is like on those stations?
Oh, that's what I was saying. That's what I was sitting there. I was trying to figure out. I need to
tune into the hub a little bit.
Yeah, and see what's going on. Just to see how the competition handles a crisis.
Well, I think I told you. I read where I think, and it might be because they're the flagship station of the Patriots. There was one of their radio shows on their daily lineup. The host got fired. They were going down a path on the Vrabel Rossini stuff.
Oh, they crossed the line?
I guess.
Huh? What's the line? Well, making dirty jokes about it?
Probably talking about it at all.
Really?
I mean, again, it's...
because it's... Oh, man. God, that would be so hard to be on the flagship.
Yeah.
In a time like this. We're not supposed to talk about that?
Right. I think they went a little more, they were probably a little more incendiary on it than not. So that probably is what did them in.
It's Boston.
Yeah.
865-966-3435, your phone number if you want to get on the show. Walker Smith will greet you as you call in today. 865-966-3435. Volpool said there for a second Russell looked like Tim the Tool Man's neighbor.
Oh,
what I'm doing.
Wilson?
Yeah, it was because you didn't have your screen. You tipped your...
Oh, I was down to like you only saw the top of me?
Yeah. But you tipped it up. So,
all right, that's good.
To see your forehead.
Keep forgetting I'm the only one on camera here. Y'all don't let me pick my nose or anything. Some incendiary comments about the Rossini files.
Went in the YouTube chat.
Yeah. We're getting some help on Mike and Diana.
Awesome.
Fall Pool, thanks for the help there. We're workshopping our tune here this afternoon. Commissioner Bockwinkel says Meathead Mike Vrabel was cooking in Cookville on the Love Boat.
Cookville just adds a Tennessee layer of just, I don't know, take it the wrong way, but trashiness that only this state can supply, that I love about it.
By the way,
we're in a boat in Cookville.
This is going to be big news. I was telling you guys about this before. I was on the way over here. I just so happened to look at my phone and saw Tim Burchett did like a 3-hour interview on Joe Rogan.
Was Rogan stoned?
All they're doing is talking about aliens, just the alien stuff.
It's just a new.
Well,
look at this and don't look at this.
You know, I don't. Well, they would say it's the other way around. I don't know, because I was listening to it, and I mean, it sucks me in because it's like part of me is, man, this is embarrassing for East Tennessee that we've got this hill jack representing us, and all he can talk about is the damn aliens.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's like those folks aren't solving any of the big problems. Like, we're not talking about healthcare or addressing the housing shortage or whatever you think the big, like, main thing is right now. So hell yeah, let's talk about the aliens, man. At least it's entertaining.
Did they say anything about interdimensional beings? Because I've seen that one thrown around on some of this stuff.
But yeah, I mean, that's the speculation, and that's what Burchett said is, he believes that there's something out there. Truth is out there. Which, I don't know. I'm agnostic on it. We are infinitesimally small, right? We're a pebble on the beach of the universe.
Right.
Who knows what's out there?
Do we really want to know?
That's another good question,
that was
man.
the deal I always had when they sent the Voyager thing with the map to Earth.
Ignorance is bliss. That was a good line. Somebody told me earlier, it might have been DR Vol, said, go figure, we finally have a juggernaut basketball team that's going to go all the way to the Final Four, and we're going to have the world shut down again. The hantavirus is going to cancel the NCAA tournament this season.
Either that or interdimensional beings will show up.
Yeah, that
reptilian too. Alien overlords.
It's like, really, you couldn't have waited until the deacon cuts down the nets. Zoltan had to come down and upstage. I'd be like, no, man, don't cut to the aliens. Let Rick have his moment. Speak of the devil, DR Vol on the line. Good afternoon, DR. You're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio.
That was me, Russ, because I compared us to us being Dayton from 2020. They had everything for a Final Four run, and the world stops. And if it's the aliens, then it would prove they're demonic because they wouldn't let a good Christian man like Rick Barnes get us to the Final Four.
Absolutely, man. The aliens showing up would shake a lot of people's faith.
Yeah, not mine. Nothing will surprise me. After Max Gilbert missed that kick against Georgia, I just gave up caring about just about anything, honestly.
That was the turning point?
Yeah. Well,
that was the moment that broke DR Vol. When Max Gilbert shoved that thing wide right, wide left, whatever it was, wide right, and DR, he was just a broken shell of a man.
I am. Barry, you're talking about a Gumar. I'm rewatching Sopranos, man. I don't know why I find it so funny on this rewatch when they do the intervention with Christopher and he sits on Adriana's dog and Tony cannot let it go and threatens to smother him.
I had to smother you.
It may be the best scene in the entire series. Christopher's intervention on The Sopranos. Silvio.
My own mother.
Yes, last week I came in to the Bing. Your hair was in the toilet. Disgusting.
That's what I said.
It's got to be the best scene, Russ, because the intervention, it ends with Silvio and Paulie beating the living hell out of him.
Yeah. You can't say that to your mom.
I just watched the back half last night of Zero Dark 30. Did you ever see that?
Oh, I love that movie.
And then you just made me think of it because Gandolfini's in that, and he's kind of got full hair in that, too.
He plays
the CIA.
Yeah, one of those guys.
Tenet.
Yeah, some famous guy from
George Tenet. He plays one of the CIA guy. That's on my list right now to watch, but I've seen some like videos on social media of him, and he's good in it. I mean, he's got he had a presence.
Who's the star in that? Is that Jessica Chastain?
Jessica Chastain, yeah.
Who's the girl? Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yes,
that's
Ron Howard's daughter.
I can't keep the two of them straight. Like they're the same.
Yeah.
It's like Kirk. It's like Patrick Swayze and Kurt Russell.
Patrick Swayze and Kurt Russell.
People always get them mixed up or used to. Anyway, I have that problem with Bryce Dallas Howard and Jessica Chastain. But nevertheless, go ahead, DR.
No, you're good. I was reading something about the girl that played Meadow Soprano. The last 2 seasons, she was dealing with like MS, I believe, and then her ex-husband was stealing her money she was making from the show. She didn't get any money from it.
He cleaned her out. I read that story. He stole all her money. Little Meadow.
Guys, I don't really have anything today. I do think I'm owed an apology for getting flushed yesterday for being factual on what we were talking about with the weight thing. But are y'all going to be in studio tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I will be seeing y'all tomorrow. May bring some goodies by. Maybe not as good as what I would have brought had I not been flushed. It's tomorrow.
Oh.
Come on.
You're threatening us now? There are consequences for trying to instill discipline on this program?
That may be the first time he's ever said anything that could be construed as a little soft.
You could segregate your treats,
Oh, stop.
With us. No, I'm saying,
Rank in order of who you like the most, gets the best stuff.
Bob encourages. That's why he does it.
All right, DR, it's nice talking to you. Have yourself a wonderful day. Unbelievable.
This whole thing that I'm framed as an instigator, just
what?
That's
real knows real, man.
What do you mean this thing? You mean the factual observation that many people have made?
Yeah.
That's patently obvious for anybody who listens to more than one episode of this show?
I think it's a little bit of an overreaction.
I like your shtick. Oh, look at me. I'm Bob Baskerville. I built big companies. I started Howard Stern's TV show. I'm professional. I'm above the fray. I don't like to get down in the gutter. Josh Heupel's fat and Sterling Hinton's obnoxious. Oh, I'm the most professional guy here. I don't start anything.
And I've never said that on either one of them.
No, that's the thing. You got that the velvet glove to it. You don't notice that somebody stuck a shank in the middle of your kidney.
It's actually the velvet hammer. Is what they call
like
it.
a prison shank in the way you do it, Bob. Stab somebody about 15 times.
He did learn that in CEO school, like how to look nice and professional and kind.
You're one
while
of us,
he's
Bob.
While he's slipping the garrote around your neck.
Yeah,
come on, that's not fair.
All that needs to be said. Cody McClure finds you very funny.
That's good.
That's funny how he's a clown. He amuses you.
His Bob being Bob.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's I take that.
It's not meant as a compliment, Bob.
I mean,
what if he thinks I'm funny?
This station makes such strange bedfellows sometimes. Like I could see Bob and McClure having some kind of spinoff.
Oh yeah.
Never would have thought it a couple of years ago.
Dynamite.
Yeah, it'd probably be the best show on this station. Quick time out. It's The Drive, Fan Run Radio. More Fan Run coming up right after this.
The Drive.
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
Knoxville.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award.
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues live today. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria. Where we are today, oh, it's a beautiful day down here in the Old City. TNT K1L says, Bob is a professional handler. He has to wrangle the talent. Yeah, strangle the talent. Sometimes, I wonder. Coastal Vol says Bob is a low-key pot stirrer.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything really low-key about it.
He's pretty much out there on Front Street at this point, right?
He walks in with like one of those giant paddles they use, like down in New Orleans, makes the gumbo.
It's one person's perception. That's all.
Kiffin's wrecked Lexus said, or I'm sorry, this is Coastal Vol as well, says Gilbert missing that kick was the 9/11 of last season. It all fell apart after that.
Well, it definitely, even if the season had ended without us making the playoffs, if he had gotten over that Georgia hump last year when he should have, I hope we don't look back on that as a moment where things could have gone differently for his run here. That was a big one. God, that one hurt. I'm up there with you, man. I wouldn't say it's my personal 9/11 at Neyland Stadium.
I mean, aside from the 2001 SEC championship game, like regular season games,
Arkansas running that punt back in 92, which was, right at the beginning of your time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Rocket Ishmael.
I was going to say Jabbar Gaffney for me.
Gaffney's with me, but I would also say, remember Pruitt's first game against Florida in Neyland?
Austin Pope.
But I mean, that game was horrible. That was one where he
yeah, but
something against the whiteboard or something.
Yeah.
I mean,
we
were embarrassed basically in that game.
Yeah, but I almost don't even qualify any of the ones from like the Butch, the Pruitt, the Dooley.
A meaningful game that you had a chance to win that you should have won.
Oh, what was it? I mean, hell, there's was it 92 Alabama when they knocked Teeth
SEC
out.
championship game against LSU.
Yeah, I mean that one's
that's the first one I said.
the
But
most
I didn't hear
painful.
that. Sorry.
I think that
I mean, the Michigan State Tennessee basketball game.
I don't know. It's
There's a bunch
when
of
it's
basketball
right
games.
there because there's no doubt if Gilbert makes that kick, you win. We kick the neck. You kick it off out of bounds, and then you're defending a Hail Mary from the 20. I mean, the chances of success are less than 1% for Georgia at that point. And who knows how that changes the trajectory of the season. I mean, you're ranked in the top 10 at that point. What was our next loss? Was it Alabama after that?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Or was it Oklahoma?
No, it was Alabama.
Alabama was first.
Yeah,
So-
the Oklahoma, I heard if John and Cody were talking about, I guess it was maybe Monday or Tuesday, about the Oklahoma-Tennessee game and just the anguish in one of their voices, talking about the fumble return where we just could not get that dude on the ground. Wrecked his season. I don't think he played again after that play. That's the most Tennessee thing ever.
I'm sorry, who's that?
The kid from Oklahoma that ran that fumble
Oh,
back
yeah,
when we heard
yeah.
him.
R. Mason Thomas.
Yeah, he injured something on the play.
R. Mason Thomas. He had to have a goofy name too. It couldn't have just been like Dave Smith. It had to be R. Mason Thomas.
Or
What
how
is-
about just
he's going by
Mason
what is he, a
Thomas?
presidential assassin now? He's including an initial in his name.
How about just Mason Thomas? All right.
Yeah. Does Aguilar make that tackle if he didn't have the Tuma?
I mean,
about
maybe
that.
he doesn't throw because that's what I've heard. Everybody blamed that play on, was it David Sanders at right tackle for that play? Somebody
Yeah.
missed a block, but the story I heard was that it was a bad read by Joey, that he should have handed it off, or I don't remember what it was.
I mean,
but
at the very least, what he should have done is put two arms around it and just go to the ground.
just eat it.
Eat it.
This is another good one from TNTK1L, the Treon Harris game against Florida.
Yeah, I filed that under. I mean, it's botched.
That was the game that broke me.
Yeah.
That was
Treon,
yeah.
that one did?
That was 2014.
That
and
was such a
Mike
glorious.
Bajakian.
That was a noon game, right? It was
Yeah.
such a glorious day. It was like, man, we're going to lay them out.
I believe it was the first checkerboard game.
Yeah.
And you could see it coming from a mile away.
That's the game that broke me, man. That was the game
Botch
that
blew it.
instituted the annual nature hike for survival. Didn't watch the Florida game in 2015. Knew what was going to happen. The rest of you schmucks watched. Who was our kicker that year? Missed a field goal at the end.
Well, God,
Oh,
I mean, he didn't.
I thought he was going to make it.
It was like a 56-yard field goal.
Hadn't been paying attention. Was that Medley?
Yeah, and then they did the. Some people on the internet were calling it the goat play, where they just kind of rolled Dobbs out and he slid. And then they, I don't know. That was a bitter one. We had how many future All-Pro skill position guys on that team? We had Alvin Kamara.
Don't do it to yourself, Philly.
We had Juwan Jennings. Josh
Speaking of
Dobbs.
Phil, you're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio. Good afternoon, sir.
What's that, Dennis?
Hey, Phil. Who you talking to there, buddy?
Nobody.
Just talking to yourself?
What's going on, guys? I heard y'all talking about the Georgia game last year. DR Vol. That was. I knew it was going to happen, and it happened right there in front of me. I knew it. Play not to win. That's how you get beat.
I thought we had it.
Go for gusto.
I thought we were managing the game perfectly. I thought we had it. I thought it was a done deal until the false start. When Sham Umarov flinched and they moved it back, then I knew. I was like, oh no. No,
It's
it's
getting ready to happen.
it's not happening. If he doesn't false start, there's no doubt in my mind. Gilbert comes in there and drains that kick. We walk it off against those clowns. I mean, we might tear down the goalposts again, and Gilbert's probably still here. He doesn't end up at Arkansas.
I'll say this though, I bet Majors was a former. If they were coaching and Gilbert missed a kick, I bet they would not play again the rest of the year. They'd have another kicker in there.
Man, I mean, he was the Arian Foster of kickers. He didn't miss much, but when he did, oh boy,
critical.
Oh Lord, Bob, I see this guy visited last week at Virginia right now. Do you think Tennessee's going to still get this guy?
I don't know, man. He's it used to be there used to be a moment in time where if they were going to Virginia, I wouldn't care, but now Virginia's legit, and I don't know, man. I know they want him. Tennessee does, and you would think they would find the money to get him, but just not sure. That didn't do my heart good to see that today. Is like if he was going to visit somewhere else, I'd feel a little different. But Virginia seems to be kind of building something there.
Well, I mean, you look at what Virginia's roster and our roster inside. It just looks to me like this guy will definitely be coming off the bench there. And here, he could by the midseason, he might be able to start at the 5 position.
Yeah, it's a fair point. He's for a high school senior, he's pretty put together already. Physically,
pretty thick.
Yeah,
Virginia's got that 7'3" center, and they got the guy from Europe at 6'11". I mean, where's that guy going to play at Virginia? He's going to be a sub to Virginia.
Yeah. Yeah, unless he's just trying to drive the price up too, because it's a different deal. Though, we're not talking about a $3 or $4 million guy, so every dollar matters. He might not even be in the 1 million range right now, so that he might be just trying to get our attention. Let's hope.
Well, Basilio said it was 7 figures for him.
Maybe. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I think if that's what it takes within reason, that's what we should do. We can do it. But
yeah, I mean, if I were a kid like that in this day and age, this climate, I would probably just take as much money as I could get that first year, knowing that I'm probably going to leave. So, like, if it's Tennessee, Virginia, anywhere you go, yeah, you're going to be a backup. You're going to be battling, and it's just about learning how to be a college player at that point.
Sure.
How to do the work both on and off the court, getting used to the speed of the game and all that. Go ahead and make as much money as you can, and then you're probably right back in the portal next year. And at that point, yeah, you're looking for as big a bag as you can get, but you're probably also a little bit more looking at, okay, where can I go actually play and put to use all the skills that I've learned in the first year?
Yeah, Phil, I would say if he's
20 years old, he's not 18 like a true freshman would be most schools. He's more physically developed than a regular high schooler coming into college.
Yeah, I would say if he's in this, if he's in the 7-figure range like Tony's saying, it's got to be right around $1 million. I mean, I just at least, Barnes. I just have a feeling what he pays these guys, particularly at that level when they haven't, unless you're Nate Ahmed, of course. I mean, he paid him more, but he didn't pay any of those other freshmen anything
exorbitant.
Yeah, so
I heard somebody saying that Manny Green might be the one freshman that gets playing time because he's the most physically developed of all the freshmen.
I hear a lot of good stuff about Manny Green. I agree. One of those freshmen, whether it's him, I think you were mentioning Thompson, one of those guys is going to get playing time. I really believe that. They're not that deep. They're deep like, spots 1 through 7, but after that it gets a little thinner.
Yeah, well, Marquise Clark might play because, all honesty, after our point guard, is Ames going to be the backup point guard?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of crazy, man. We've gone from we've gone from like having a very, very concrete, like the guy, point guard one, to, I wouldn't say it's a committee, but yeah, there's a couple questions on how that's going to play out.
Is Tennessee going to be looking to win one more baseball game this year between Oklahoma and Texas?
I think we've got multiple wins left.
Multiple
I
wins?
think so.
Ooh.
I mean, it's a crazy.
Texas probably sweep us, and Oklahoma probably win 2 out of 3.
You say that, but it's a crazy sport. You know, you probably would have thought Mississippi State would have swept us in Starkville as well. Probably would have thought we would have beaten LSU.
Yeah,
I mean,
Vitello's not here. See you.
All right, be mad about it. I didn't do it. I'm just telling you.
What do you say? Vitello's not here.
Yeah, I didn't notice
great.
that, Phil. Thanks for enlightening me. Stay with us. You're listening to The Drive. 865-966-3435 is your phone number. If you want to get on the show this afternoon, 966-3435 is your phone number to get on the airwaves with us here today as we are live at Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria in the Old City, and we're back with more right after this.
The Drive. Miss any of your favorite Fan Run show? Listen to the podcast on our free Fan Run radio app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Invisalign is a clear aligner orthodontic treatment that gradually straightens teeth without the use of traditional metal braces. And now, at Knoxville Smiles, we're offering Invisalign special pricing for new patients. Call for details at 865-539-1776 or just visit us at knoxvillesmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue, located in beautiful Cove Lake State Park. Rickard Ridge is home of the best ribs in the Volunteer State. Smoked daily by pitmaster Mark Rickard, the barbecue at Rickard Ridge is mouth-watering, fall-off-the-bone delicious. Take the scenic drive up I-75 to exit 134 for directions and to look at the rest of the menu. Visit Rickard Ridge online at rickardridgebbq.com.
Ball.
Back here on the Drive, Fan Run Radio, coming to you live this afternoon from Barley's in the Old City. I'm Russell Smith. Thanks for being along for the ride alongside Bob Baskerville and Bear Walker Smith back in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. He will greet you as you call in this afternoon, 865-966-3435. Have you guys seen the Draymond Green, Charles Barkley exchange? It's going viral today.
I heard about it. Haven't got a chance to see it yet.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And Draymond needs to be careful.
So Draymond is on Inside the NBA with Chuck and Keith and Kenny, not Keith, who's Ernie.
Ernie.
And they're
Shaq.
Now Draymond's filling in for Shaq.
Oh, okay.
And so Barkley is talking about, and maybe Barkley's being a little bit of an instigator here, but it's Charles Barkley.
It's kind of an older brother, kind of mean older brother vibe.
And he says to Draymond, he says basically, hey, the Warriors' run is over. You guys had a nice run or whatever. What's next? And Draymond says, quote, I think the goal is to not look like you in the Houston Rockets uniform, end quote.
He came at Chuck like that?
Yeah, and I think he was kind of joking. I think they're joshing each other, but like ain't nobody laughing on the set. Like it was, you could feel the tension.
Well, yeah, because they don't have a relationship.
You don't know me like that
with the kind he does with Kenny, Ernie and Shaq.
By the way, have you noticed since Chuck went on the Wegovy or whatever and lost all the weight,
the GLP,
his voice has raised an octave or two.
He's also my wife's particularly critical of this. But it looks like he's still wearing the suits that he used to.
Oh,
wear.
he hasn't been refitted,
so they're like big and baggy.
Well, that's got to be difficult, because you what is your target? If you're 350 pounds or whatever he was,
and he's gotten that big again,
and you go on that, and you're getting back down to, he's 6'4", 6'5". He's probably going to get down to 200 pounds. So if you're losing, even if you're just losing 100 pounds, nice round number, right? When do you buy the new wardrobe? Because your clothes are going to look goofy after you lose 50 pounds.
Yeah.
But, Chuck can afford it. But for most people, you're not going to run out there and buy 5 new suits when you know you're going to lose another 50 pounds.
Well, and it's not even, they've all got wardrobe allowances. I'm surprised that they're not. TNT is not doing.
So he's looking baggy.
ESPN, rather.
Wouldn't they have tailors on staff that
you would think
seamstresses and stuff that could fix that for him?
Yeah, but he was just doing what he does, and I don't even think he was just keeping it real. He was just talking about what he said to Draymond was he was like, it happened to Larry Bird. It happened to all. He rattled off all sorts of players. That you hit the end of the road.
Your dynasty ends.
Yeah. Right. And he was just saying.
And there's this clearly, I'm no NBA expert, but the Warriors' time is clearly past.
Right.
All those guys are washed.
Yeah. And he's like, you got 4 NBA titles, man. That's fantastic. But, time's up. He goes, there's not any 37, 38-year-old guys in the NBA that are going to tear it up regularly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all he was saying. And then, and I think Draymond was trying to be funny, but
you got to really know somebody before you throw something like that out.
Right. And it was,
Chuck don't know him.
And then Ernie came to, did you see that? Ernie came to, he came to Chuck's aid and said, Underdog, who's their stat guy, producer on the show in the background, he goes, he just looked up some stuff and he goes, Draymond, you had 43 games in the playoffs where you had more turnovers than points scored.
Oh,
and so he goes, I'm just keeping it all real. And, because Chuck, even at his darkest time in Houston, he was kind of winding it down. I saw his average.
He was a beast in Houston.
Yeah. He still averaged like 16 and 12.
That guy was a walking double-double from the moment he got there to the moment he left.
Yeah, it was not like he was out there limping around. He was still Charles Barkley, one of the best to ever do it. And Draymond this is what always kind of irked me about him, is he is the ultimate born on third base, acts like he hit a triple. Yeah. It's like, dude, you are Scottie Pippen. No, good player, great player, but you're the guy standing next to the guys, okay? Let's not act like you. Yeah, he was a great role player, did all the dirty work. Like, I'm not coming off on him. He's a fine player.
He's playing beer.
If he hadn't been there, they would have plugged somebody else in. Steph, was the guiding force behind all those championships, and the rest were just role players.
Well, I heard something today on the Dan Patrick show that I thought was a good comparison. He was like, he's a system guy, and he ended up being fortunate enough to match up with a system that needed exactly what he can do. It's kind of like Julian Edelman with the Patriots, right? Is Edelman an all-time great? Not necessarily. And
he's a perfect guy in the perfect system at the perfect time.
I used to say when I was getting so pissed at Draymond Green, because also there's the whole angle of how he behaves on the court, which I hate.
Yeah, I've always thought he was like Lambeer. But
I always said that if he wasn't drafted by the Golden State Warriors and if he was playing for another team, he would be the equivalent of like a Lance Stevenson, just kind of a middling player who is just kind of got an attitude and a little bit dirty, and he wouldn't be a likely Hall of Famer. He'll probably be a Hall of Famer because of who he played for.
Exactly.
Wasn't he on the Michigan State team that beat us?
Yep.
He was a true freshman. I think he was not a focal point of that team. Played a little bit, but I don't think he started.
He was wearing a green uniform on the bench, buddy.
Yeah.
Hatred extends to him.
I'm not coming off on him as a player, coming off on him for the comments that he made. Like you're talking to one of the GOATs.
And I think, again, and I'm not defending him, but I'm sure his thing, because Pippen was there as well, and he was trying to win an NBA title, and he didn't. And maybe that was Draymond too, trying to get a dig in, like, I'm not going to do what you did. I've already won titles, So it was bad all the way around.
It's easy to look at those guys, and I don't know. I mean, if Shaq had said it, everybody would have laughed, probably.
Yeah.
If he had said something about the way he looked, because they constantly go back and forth. But I mean, it's obvious that they've got a very close personal relationship. So I don't know, maybe misjudged the moment.
Was Chuck chasing a championship going to Houston, or is he just chasing a bag?
No, what year was team, Bob?
What's that?
Who was on that team?
Well, Pippen was there for a minute too. Those guys both went to Houston. I don't know the other players.
What time frame was it? This is after Olajuwon?
Yeah, this was like late 90s.
Yeah.
Dream wasn't there anymore?
No.
Because he had been in Barkley. Yeah, I do. He had only 3, right?
Well, Sixers,
and then Phoenix, and
Houston, and then Houston. Okay, just 3.
Phoenix teams were tough too,
and
man.
Scotty was not chasing the title. I think Scotty was just trying to prove his worth in the league. Besides being Jordan's understudy, that because he went to Portland for a while and then he was in Houston, and I can't recall.
Scotty's a hell of a lot better than Draymond. Yeah. Draymond wishes he could be half as good as Scottie Pippen was.
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen was a baller. He was standing next to the GOAT. But
it was a great Batman and Robin duo.
Yeah.
When you talk about great sports duos, I mean,
was it Reed always points out Michael Jordan never won a title without Scotty?
Yeah. Is there anybody else that's in that conversation for sports duos behind like Jordan Pippen?
Oh, Montana to Rice. There's a lot of quarterback wide receiver.
Yeah.
Bradshaw to Swan, Brady to, Welker, Edelman, Moss.
Me personally, I always go back to Houston Wiseman.
Yeah.
That was a joke, Bear. Good Lord, man.
The thing about Moss, they never won a Super Bowl with Moss.
That was the year that they Eli Manning, man.
Yeah.
Was that the year of the catch?
Yep. David Tyree.
Yep.
Never did. He's one of those guys like Timmy Smith. You remember him, Russ?
Timmy Smith, I do. Oh, the Redskins running back. Yeah.
MVP. Was he MVP of that Super Bowl?
I believe so.
He ran for like 200.
Was Doug Williams MVP? Or
yeah, that was the Super Bowl. Doug Williams he had to have a root canal the morning of the Super Bowl. And
actually, I remember being pretty disappointed that one because I liked the Broncos just because I liked Elway and the fact that they wore orange. And they jumped out to a 8-year-old Russell had very simple reasons for rooting for teams, but They jumped out. The Broncos jumped out in that Super Bowl to a 10-0 lead, and you thought that Elway and crew were going to run away with it. And then the Redskins scored 35 unanswered.
The second quarter started, and they opened up a can. I don't know. Who's some of the other great duos?
I'm trying to think in basketball. I mean, it's
Bird and Magic and Kareem.
Yeah.
Bird and McHale.
Bird, and, name another player on that team.
Yeah.
Just Bird and whoever.
I mean, you usually got to have two.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. I guess you could argue Steph and Clay, really, the Splash Brothers.
Yeah. Pretty good one.
Recent ones.
Coming up, hour number 3 of the program on many of these fine fan-run affiliates, discussing the issues of the day, discussing our friends here at Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria. We always appreciate them having us out.
I'll tell you one thing, and we need to let this one fan out in the last hour because it's a good conversation. Tennessee basketball, because we've been talking all week long, ever since Duke Harris got here, about some of the media pundits basically saying, I don't know, I don't think that's going to work. There's one who thinks it's going to work. He put out his preseason power ranking, and I think Tennessee fans will like where he put us.
Yeah, also I saw where one of your guys, I didn't happen to see which one, if it was Ryan, which were the Ryans or whoever put it out, but Duke's comments about coming to Tennessee and what led him here and all that last night. I don't know if you guys had seen those yet, but I mean, talking the talk.
Yeah, I mean, I think I told you guys yesterday, the Wake Forest guy that came on with Tony that covered Wake Forest basketball said that you're not going to find a better kid than Duke Harris.
Yeah, sounds like a Barnes guy.
Yep.
Shout out to Doug Justice on the YouTube chat. I can't believe we glossed over the greatest Tennessee duo in Big Orange history. They've even got their own nickname.
Oh, Ernie and Bernie?
Ernie and Bernie.
I was going to say it, but I thought you guys had already said it because I kind of wasn't paying attention for just a split second. Thinking about something else.
Just a split second? That doesn't sound like you, Bear.
And I didn't want to get yelled at.
I think of you, I just think
Bear, we already said Ernie and Bernie. What are you, an idiot?
When I think of you, I just think laser-like focus and attention to detail.
Did Heupel have a sidekick at Oklahoma when he was quarterback? I mean, they won it all.
I mean, pretty much anybody that played receiver, he'd fed everybody.
I'm trying to remember some of the players on that team.
Magic Mike says David Robinson and Tim Duncan.
That's a pretty good one.
What a Twin Towers look right there.
Who's LeBron had?
He had Kyrie.
Well, when you're jumping teams every 3 or 4 years, it's hard to really develop a relationship with a solid
Kobe and Shaq.
Yeah.
But the Cobweb, 1989.
That's a good one. Kobe and
running back duos are fun, man. When you got two running backs,
Kobe and Gasol,
Lindell White and CJ2K. Stay with us. You're listening to The Drive on Fan Run Radio. Quick timeout, hour number 3 coming up.
The Drive.
Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Your Knoxville Smokies are back home all this week, and we've got the best promotions, like kicking off the week with Cinco de Mayo. Then all-you-can-eat Wednesday, Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers, and this weekend, get to the ballpark early on Friday and get your free camo replica jersey. Love gum? Well, good. It's Big League Chew Night on Saturday with post-game fireworks, and we're celebrating Mom on Sunday. It's Mother's Day. Woo! What a week. Reserve your seats now at smokiesbaseball.com.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Is your smile ready for the spotlight? Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco, and at Knoxville Smiles, we make every visit a reason to smile. From routine cleanings to dazzling cosmetic treatments, our experienced team uses the latest technology to keep your teeth healthy and your smile bright. With a warm, welcoming atmosphere and personalized care, we're here to make sure you leave feeling your best. Don't wait. Your perfect smile is just a call away. Book your appointment today at 865-539-1776 or online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Thursday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. I'm Russell Smith. Thanks for tuning in to The Drive. We are live this afternoon at Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria in the Old City. Come on out and see us. Smokey's in town tonight. People start to show up for that. Of course, you've got sports trivia coming up 7 p.m., and we are upstairs getting ready for that. It's going to be a fantastic evening down here at Barley's. Somebody was asking about when the next time we're giving away Smokey's tickets. If you come out and find us here at Barley's before 6, I'll give you some Smokey's tickets.
Stack them.
We'll get you hooked up here this afternoon. Right now, though, going to send things back to Walker in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios with the top 5 at 5. Walker, hit it.
Thanks, Russ. At number 1, the Players Era Tournament and ESPN have reached a multi-year agreement for ESPN to serve as the exclusive broadcast partner for the Players Era Men's Championships. In this, the event is also expanding to 24 teams, which will be split into 2 separate bracket play tournaments over the course of 2 weeks in Las Vegas. Tennessee is listed to play in the event next season.
You seen the field for that, Bob?
I have. It's I don't have it in front of me, but it is
pretty elite.
Loaded.
I tell you one I didn't see on there, Bob.
Who?
Our friends to the north up there in
I noticed that too, man. How petty are we that, like, I can't remember who's in this tournament, but I can remember who's not.
Yeah.
They don't play in any of that stuff.
They don't?
They don't.
Well, they've got their own thing with Duke and Michigan State and all that, but Tennessee is in there. Michigan, Alabama, Gonzaga, St. John's, Louisville, Iowa State, Miami, Texas Tech, Baylor, Maryland, TCU, Oregon, Creighton, San Diego State, and Kansas State.
Give you a really good early check on where you really are as a team, what you need to work on. And
yeah, I mean, it's again, we talked about this. I don't know if it was a shump or what, but I mean, you think about our non-conference now with Michigan State, with those games in the Players era, the road game at Purdue. North Carolina State is not going to be a rollover game. I mean, I know Gainey's just building it there, but that'll be. And then you got whatever ACC, SEC challenge will be too. I mean, it's a hell of a non-conference schedule. I love it. Give me more.
Excuse me. At number 2, 4-star center Favor eBay is visiting Virginia basketball Thursday, coming off a weekend official visit to Tennessee basketball. He ranks as the number 22 center in his class and the number 5 overall prep prospect in Maryland.
So is it Favor or Favor?
I don't know.
Is it eBay or IBE?
It's eBay.
It's eBay.
How do you know?
Up because
but here's the thing.
He's Nigerian, right?
Walker, do you remember the great Liverpool midfielder Jordan Ibe?
I do remember the name.
Of Nigerian descent. So these things are couched in mystery. We don't know his first name or his last name.
Google AI, so it was eBay.
Well, if you can't trust AI, then what can you trust in this crazy world? Am I wrong for saying it's not that I don't care whether or not we land this kid? I just don't think it. I don't know, man. We got Juke, and I'm sure Rick will add another competent postman, and I feel like it's a break glass in case of emergency type situation with the rest of the roster we have.
Yeah, and one thing I didn't mention to Phil is we got to remember what we talked about when I was talking with Coach the other night, and he said that he was just informed that they have another kid visiting. We don't know who that is. We don't know if
maybe we find somebody better.
Yeah, we don't know. Trust the process. That's what I've been saying all along. I think
He's so secretive.
Yeah. Well, it's okay when you're well, I understand why you're secretive now. I get it. I just wish, I mean, again, Barnes is an open book for a good portion of the season. I wish we had other coaches who were like that.
Not pointing any fingers.
No, but it's frustrating.
I mean, Sparks, you talk about doing Frost Nixon, Sparks and Heupel.
Yeah.
At number 3, Georgia football and head coach Kirby Smart appear to be making a run at one of Tennessee's committed prospects in the 2027 class. According to a report from Rivals, the Bulldogs extended an offer to Tennessee quarterback commit Derek Baker yesterday. Baker originally pledged his commitment to the Vols back on February 11th earlier this year.
They're coming after the fabulous Baker boy?
Did you say corner or quarter?
Quarterback. Yeah, remember Derek Baker, the touchdown maker? We dubbed him. I mean, all right, bring it on. Like, it's good, right? That Georgia wants our quarterback commitment. I mean, I don't want the quarterback that nobody else wants.
And I don't get as upset about a high school quarterback that's going to be probably pretty pricey.
That was going to be, and we just ran out of time with Adam Sparks. Great conversation in hour 1 if you want to go back and hear that again. But if this season, regardless whether this season goes well or not, does Josh Heupel should he consider adjusting his talent acquisition strategy, because it's more than just recruitment now? The portal, do you borrow a page out of the Rick Barnes playbook and say, you know what, we've been trying to retain. If you don't want to be here, go on and get. We'll go in the portal and find the best. Because if this season doesn't go well and LSU does well after flipping their whole roster, and some people think, then let's go do that, man. Let's just let all these young kids who are inexperienced walk and go develop somewhere else, and let's go buy a bunch of really productive players. What does Barnes say? Production over potential?
Yeah. Production over retention.
I mean,
Signetti said production over potential.
Yeah. Either way, man. Works for me.
You got to produce.
I agree.
At number 4, we got 2 more playoff games tonight in the NBA second round. The Pistons look to extend their lead over the Cavaliers at home at 7 p.m., and the Lakers will try to bounce back against the Oklahoma City Thunder in OKC at 9:30. All games tonight are on Amazon Prime.
Oklahoma City, a 15.5-point favorite tonight. Lakers bowing out meekly. It makes me happy.
I'm looking forward to LeBron getting out of L.A.
I was a big Lakers fan growing up.
I was too. Always was Showtime. Up until they acquired LaFlop.
Speaking of NBA, did you see? It was kind of weird seeing it. Jimmy Haslam.
Yeah.
Talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, I mean, for being a quote-unquote businessman, why are you telling the market what you're thinking?
I know.
Putting an artificial date on it. We want to get it done before the draft. Well, now people are going to know your desperation. You just put it out there. It's like you just see this a lot in life. The son of the successful businessman. He's like Sonny in The Godfather, right? I mean, he just never let anyone outside the family know what you're thinking. He just spouts it off.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't grow up hard scrabble like his dad and making something out of nothing. He's had everything handed to him.
I mean, you see that with a lot of these football players whose sons coming up, which leads me to I saw where Adrian Peterson's son, the one he beat with the stick.
He's coming up.
Man, he came up hard scrabble.
when your dad is
goes to jail
pummeling
for
you with
a
piece of wood. It reminds me of
2 years old.
You know, when I was growing up, my father was a physician, and I asked him when I turned 18. I said, "Dad, what do you think? Can I go into the family business?" He looked at me and said, "Son, what do you know about cardiology?" I was like, "I don't know." And you can do it. And here I am.
Yeah.
Working in the burgeoning field of terrestrial radio.
No, check that. That's celestial radio.
Yes, celestial.
And at number 5, extraordinary scenes filmed a new documentary show young dolphins carefully manipulating a certain kind of pufferfish in pursuit of getting high. Though large doses of the toxin can be deadly, in small amounts it is known to produce a narcotic effect, and the dolphins appeared to have worked out how to make the fish release just the right amount.
Yeah, I was hip to this a while ago, Walker. Yeah.
This surprises me. Bear knows about getting high off the pufferfish.
Well, no, I mean, dolphins, I read an article about. Go ahead, Walker.
Carefully chewing on the puffer and passing it between one another, the marine mammals then enter what seems to be a trance-like state. The scenes showing them using pufferfish will feature in the second episode of the series, which starts today.
What's the series again?
I didn't see that. I didn't write down the name of it. Just that it was in a documentary about dolphins.
I knew we were cooked as a species when dudes started licking toads in the Amazon to get high. I mean, call me old-fashioned, but like, what happened to the days of you smoke a couple of joints with your friends after school, you eat a couple of Twinkies, you call it a night. Now we've got guys going out into the Amazon looking for toads. We've got pufferfish.
Dolphins getting high.
Man, I'm ready for the meteor. It's time.
Did you see the video of it yet, Walker?
No, I didn't see the video. They said
they bat them around like kind of like a beach ball. They're all blown up.
Yeah.
That thing's just squirting out its whatever.
They're basically just passing around a bong or a joint.
Yeah.
Be a
An underwater bong. Yeah, that would be what they're passing around.
It looks appealing to you. Something you want to go try?
No, I just think it's fascinating.
All right, thank you, Walker. That is the Top 5 at 5. It's brought to you by Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria, where we are this afternoon, getting ready for sports trivia at 7. Smokies game coming up at 7, so we're getting a good crowd in here already as people are in here pre-gaming. Gotta love this
Smokies
about
fans.
the Smokies. I mean, it's just been a boon for this area. And
it'll be hopping in here in just a few minutes. It always is.
Is it a boon or a boom?
Boon.
Boon. B-O-O-N?
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
English.
English.
Boone, it's an old English term.
Coastal on the live chat, back to Walker's kicker there, was he said Ricky Williams was one of those types of dolphins.
Well played, sir.
Yeah.
Well played. All right, 865-966-3435 is your phone number to get on the show with us this afternoon. Let's talk to Joshy Boy. Good afternoon, Josh. How are you, sir? Joshy Boy, are you there?
No, he dropped. We'll get him right back if he calls in.
All right, JB, give us a ring back, 865-966-3435. Your phone number to get on the show with us here this afternoon.
It's Old Norse, to be precise, Russ.
Old Norse, not to be confused with New Norse.
Yeah, Boone.
I mean, those Norsemen. That's where the hantavirus is percolating right now up there in the Netherlands.
Keep it up there. They should never let those people off that ship.
They shouldn't have, man.
Should they have done remember at the end of what was the movie with Dustin Hoffman? Was it Outbreak?
Outbreak.
Should they have
just dropped the
set
bomb
that
on
plane? Yeah.
I mean,
balance it out.
Ask me again here in a month or so. If this just fades off into nothing and it's a big nothing, then whatever. Obviously, they did the right thing. But if it ends up,
keep it cranking, the 24/7 news media will keep it cranking because it'll sell. It'll attract eyeballs. They're going to let it die. They're going to keep us stringing along on it.
What do you think we're doing right now, buddy? 30% fatality rate. That's all I'm saying. If it gets loose
20 to 50.
and it spreads and it takes out a couple of billion people worldwide, yeah, we should have nuked the boat. Wipe it out. Dunzo.
But the article I read about this morning is the reason we shouldn't have to worry, as crazy as this sounds, is because it's a lot more deadly. And it's stuff like this doesn't seem to spread very far and wide because people die. Kind of like the Ebola.
Well, that's always pleasant. A little touch of Ebola.
When's
usually
the last time
clears up after a couple of days.
You had it for what, like a week?
Ebola?
Not Ebola, but that's what all of us were calling it.
COVID?
No, the weekend of the Fan Run Open.
Oh.
You missed like a whole week sick, which is unlike you.
I don't know what that was. Yeah. You are Dr. Bear. You remember more about my personal health history than I do.
Oh, yeah. How you doing with
Do you have my
you have
chart?
any concussion symptoms since last summer's debacle?
No, but I got a weird growth on my. Get you to take a look at it later. Let's try. Joshy Boy is back here again. Good afternoon, Josh. You're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio.
Hey guys, how are you doing today?
Doing well, thank you.
Good. Yeah, that field for the Players Championship in Vegas is stacked, man.
Yeah, it's loaded, man. I love it, though. That's what we want to do. We want to play as many good teams as possible.
I mean, you got this Ferrari. You want to take it out on the Autobahn, right? You don't want to be cruising around back, gravel roads on this thing.
That is correct.
No, definitely not. So were you saying, Russ, like you really don't care if we get this 7-1-footer? Because I would love to have him. Like, that'd be a really good depth piece on your bench.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. My thing about depth, and maybe I'm just really jaded by this transfer portal era, but I'm just assuming if he's a depth piece that he ain't going to stick around. Because we had a lot of depth pieces on last year's team and the year before that we were super excited about long-term potential, and they're not here anymore. So I'm almost to the point.
If he does come here and he ends up playing on the bench, he'll probably start the next year, though.
That's what we thought about Evans. And, we lost starters off last year's team. Look, I'm not trying to yuck anybody else's yum. Sure. I mean, if he sounds like an intriguing prospect, I just don't know how much impact he's going to have on next year's team. And thinking about anything other than next year's team, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, whatever, is almost an exercise in futility in modern college sports.
Yeah. So, Russ, are you worried any about the Braves so far after dropping that series against the Mariners, first series?
I mean, a little bit. I mean, they're pretty banged up right now.
And we're
And
probably going to lose the series to the Dodgers next, too.
Damn right.
we'll see. Get those vocal cords warmed up, Bobby.
Yeah.
You're going to be singing come Monday. You guys have your own injury
you're a
problems,
Dodgers
don't you?
fan, Bob?
Yeah, I am a Dodgers fan, Josh. I have been since I grew up as a kid. Yeah, and we do have we got a couple injuries. Mookie Betts, most notably. The other thing is there's a debate that Shohei Ohtani pitching and then also playing the outfield is starting to. He's actually not having a great season at the plate. I mean, he's not bad.
Isn't his ERA like 0.92 or something?
Oh no, the pitching's great, but it's again, I'm always of the belief that if you got to pick and choose, you got to let him play every day and come to the plate and be productive that way.
Hey, Joshy boy, Baskerville's a lifelong fan of the Dodgers for the past 5 years.
Not true. Not true.
That's funny. Yeah, Shohei kind of made me mad the other week because I had a 3-leg home run parlay, Judge to homer, Cal Raleigh to homer. They both homered. It came down to Shohei, and Shohei didn't homer. I would have won $530 off a $15 bonus.
Oh, man. It's an outrage.
Yeah. Yeah. Guys, out the door, I want to ask you, it's a serious question. Do we think somehow if Kurt Cignetti was the coach for Tennessee, do you think it would take him 6 years to turn the program around? Have a great day.
Well, I mean, that's another thing. He's joking, but like this era has just shown you, it's going to make impatient fan bases even more impatient. Right? Because you're going to look at Indiana and say, well, they were in the playoff year 2, won it all year 3 at Indiana. So if you're at Tennessee or Alabama or Florida, you should be good by your second year, and like your third year, you should have it rolling. Like maybe not everybody can win a natty in their third year, but you should have it rolling by year 3.
Yeah.
None of this 4 or 5 year let us get our guys in here stuff that we used to hear.
Right. Yeah.
Who is the next Cignetti?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, there's some guy floating around out there that we don't know about who's coaching at High Point or North Dakota State or something like that. That's just waiting to be called up to the big times.
Florida fans think they've got him in Summerall. I mean, he's coached at a higher level, but
I mean,
he's still been under the radar a little bit.
Fatella went from eating tacos and watching Tombstone, on his couch, wherever, I guess, in Arkansas, to now he's managing the San Francisco Giants in 10 years?
Nate Oates went from teaching high school math to running an organized crime syndicate in Tuscaloosa in the span of about 5 years. You never know.
On the live chat, we got a couple folks who they bring up, Holston 1998 says, in what world has Heupel not turned it around? GBO Kyle Beach says, how easy we forget. Coach Hype turned Tennessee around in his second year, winning 11 games. It didn't take 6 years.
Yeah.
It's a fair point.
Yeah. I mean, did I use the phrase turn it around? Like, if I did, I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
I don't think
maybe
I did.
it might have been pointed at Joshy's comments.
Oh,
too.
okay.
Yeah. So, and I think some of it is it's managing expectations.
I just feel like
in this era, though, and I'm going to say this, even if it was Kurt Cignetti, he was able to do it quickly. But you were saying it a few minutes ago, man. A lot of coaches aren't going to make it to year 5 and 6 with getting their team to some higher level. We've gotten to the playoffs. We had an 11-win season. I just think people are going to expect more at this point. That's all.
You should.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
I
should
agree.
because
for the prices they're charging?
you're paying through the nose, not just for your Cokes and drink, snacks or whatever, parking, but at the actual the coaches. Where do you think that money's coming? That's all your money.
Yeah.
This stuff all comes from the fans. So you absolutely don't let any of these suits these administrators or the coaches themselves tell you that you're impatient.
No.
You have no right to expect. You absolutely do. We're paying our football coach $9 million.
It's the highest paid employee of the state.
9 wins should be the floor for what's acceptable around here.
Right? I mean, Heupel's highest paid state employee.
By far.
And guess number 2 is probably Barnes.
I don't know what Clark Lee's making at this point, although we'll never know.
I mean, that's a private school.
Yeah, he's not a state employee.
Yep.
So, yeah, and I get that the uber wealthy booster is the one that pays the NIL, but it's a common fan that's fronting it for everything else that goes down over there.
Whenever they talk about TV revenue, okay, who's watching the TV? Where's that revenue coming from? Coming from us.
True.
Quick timeout. You're listening to The Drive. Fan Run Radio coming to you live this afternoon from Barley's.
Things are percolating.
Yep, it's heating up down here at the tap room. We'll take a quick timeout. Back with more right after this.
The Drive.
Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Citizens National Bank.
Experience the thrill of traveling with C&B's exclusive travel program. Customers age 50 and above with a Plus Perks checking account can participate, ensuring a safe and delightful travel adventure. Take a day trip or an overnight trip. Travel domestic or international. C&B is always on the go.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Are you ready to show off that confident, radiant smile you've always dreamed of? Well, here at Knoxville Smiles, we're ready to turn your dream into a reality. At Knoxville Smiles, we're more than just a dental practice. We're your partners in achieving optimum oral health. From routine cleanings and checkups to advanced cosmetics and restorative procedures, we offer a wide range of services in an environment that makes every visit a positive and comfortable experience. At Knoxville Smiles, it's about more than just treatments. We're focused on creating a welcoming environment where you feel like family. Our state-of-the-art facilities are designed with your comfort in mind, and our friendly staff is always ready to address your questions and concerns. Don't wait any longer to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Fan Run Radio, The Drive continues. Russell Smith coming to you live this afternoon from Barley's in the Old City. I got Bear and Bob down here with me. Walker in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Doing the thing on a Thursday. This is the tough part of the gig when you're doing these live shows at the sports bar and that 5 o'clock hour when it gets full.
Everybody's starting their evening.
Well, it gets really loud for us because we hear the noise coming through our headphones, and then we take the phone calls and we can barely hear what they're saying.
Yeah.
And then you end up turning your headset up as high as it'll go, and then your ears are just ringing
for the rest of the evening. Yeah. For me, it's more.
But enough about my problems.
Everybody's starting to eat and drink, and I get hungry. And
oh yeah, you get the FOMO. You're just like everybody's like hanging out playing pool. I'm sitting here talking to Russell and Bob.
I mean, we could grab some beers if y'all want them.
It is about beer 30. Let's take a quick phone call here. Roberto, you're on the drive. Fan Run Radio. Good afternoon, sir.
Oh, the phone detonated him. Call back, Roberto.
Oh, man.
2 in one day. That thing's tricky. You did see it yesterday evening, finally, what we're dealing with, how hard it is to
push a button. Yeah, that's tough. 865-966-3435. Your phone number if you want to get on board.
That's why I'm forming a new alliance with Bob. What's that? Nothing. What? What'd you say? I said he's being a kind of a jerk again.
Now, being mean to Bear.
Mm-hmm.
Roberto, you're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio.
Hi, guys. I hope you're having a good day down at Barley's. Was going to come by and see you. Had a little thing come up, so sorry I couldn't make it. But would love to be down there eating pizza and drinking beers with you boys. So, this NCAA expansion of the NCAA tournament and excuse me, the CFP, no good things will come from this, right? Like, I think the coaches voted for it. I don't know who wrote the article, but I saw somebody had written an article that kind of summated what I was thinking is, if you think the pressure's amped up to make a 12-team playoff every year on you, Joshua Heupel, can you imagine the pressure that it's going to be if he misses a 24-team playoff? He'll be fired the next day. And he should be. Am I wrong? Do you see where I'm going here, Russ? The fact that it's so much easier to make a 24-team playoff means you should damn well be in it if you're an elite program.
These people who are making the decisions haven't thought it through. It's not well thought out. They're not listening to the fans. I mean, it's like the Danny District thing. You know, people push back about, just the hotels, certain elements of it. Like that was a loud kerfluffle over the weekend. And then they had a big board meeting about it Monday. It's public record. You can go watch nobody brought it up. Nobody addresses it. So they're just not listening. They're not listening to the fans, the administrators on campus, the people who are pushing playoff expansion, NCAA tournament expansion. Even if they hear you, Roberto, they don't care. They don't care.
No, it's just so wild, though. It's just it's like Danny. Okay, here's a question then, Russ. Are these guys just trying to cement their legacy? You see what I'm saying here? Like Danny, he is cementing his legacy, though it will probably be a negative one with this. This is his mark. The Danny District, the Hotel Dannyfornia, whatever you want to say, that's going to be built over there, and then it's going to just bomb horribly in like 5 years. Like all those things are their they're trying to cement a legacy and say, this is my mark on society. But they're going to be viewed like a lot of presidents, 20 years later. And they were like, actually, those guys were terrible at their job. And they set us back half a century or something. So, they're like, do none of these guys see the forest for the trees, that they're actually hurting their legacy as opposed to helping it?
I don't know. I think it's such short-term thinking, and they're just, it's all about immediate job preservation. What can I do to make myself look good to my bosses so that I can keep this golden goose of a job that I've somehow managed to land? And they're not really concerned about, 30, 50, they're not concerned about 10 years down the road, 30, 40, 50 years down the road.
Yeah, I know. Just the cult of personality. As again, I said, I've used that turn of phrase a couple times. With that cult of personality with Danny, I don't understand what he's done to deserve that. Especially with him. You're talking about you brought up the Danny District, right? Like, what has he actually done that just should give him blind faith for them to give him $290 some odd million to go build something that maybe 1/3 of people want, like people who actually go to games. Like it's funny how these people that are saying, "Oh yeah, go ahead and build it. Go ahead and build it." You know, I most of those that I see outcrying, they don't go to games. You know, and it's not a slight on them. It's just you don't go over there, so you don't care. So people who go over there do care about these things, and it is going to be a hellacious parking situation. It's going to make it worse, not better. Nothing I see in the Danny district is helpful, and especially not the hotel. And I'll leave you guys with this. I am loving the fact that we are just absolutely loading up in basketball. And if Rick Barnes can't get it done this time, I think he probably retires because he's realized, you know, maybe it's just Tennessee at that point. It's like being a Tottenham fan. It's really not my fault that Tottenham's terrible. It's their own fault because they're going to Spurs it up. It's kind of the same thing with basketball if we don't make the Final Four. So, yeah.
And now we've got Spurs coach for our national team, and we're about to Spurs up the World Cup. But that's neither here nor there. You know, we were talking, again, our conversation with Adam Sparks in hour number 1. He made the point, we're not the only school that's doing the entertainment district, right? Every other program with a decent following is going to be doing this in the next 5 to 10 years. They're already trying to get it done at Oklahoma, LSU, a couple of other places. And, I disagree with Roberto. I don't know whether it's going to be successful or not. My guess is it's going to be pretty successful. Roberto thinks differently. That's fine. But I do think that if it is successful, I mean, you're going to see even a bigger rush for other schools to do it. On one hand, it's kind of cool to be the first, but oftentimes in these things, it's better to be a little bit later on because you get a chance to watch,
see what works and
what works and what doesn't.
Let other people pay for a mistake.
Yep.
And make some improvements. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like LA Live is LA Live's about 10, 11 years. No, it's older than that. It's like 15 years old. And that's the model a lot of places have followed, to your point, just to kind of, observe what happens, what pain points exist, etc. This whole race to be the first, I don't love it, but we're definitely not alone. I mean, I even saw like Wake Forest, like a smaller tier Power 4 school. They're doing one too.
None of these. I mean, one thing these schools have proven is they will grab every single dollar, dime, nickel, penny that they can, and shove it in their pockets, and it's just a big giant revenue stream.
Well, and the one thing I wonder about that we just don't know about yet is the private equity aspect of this, where basically they're leasing university land for 100 years. It's like the Panama Canal or control of Singapore, not Hong Kong. Yeah, it's like was it 100 years?
99.
So, we'll all be gone by the time that comes up. But it's one thing. You go out and excavate a bunch of land in northwest Cobb County where there wasn't much before. Like, that's one thing. But, this is university land in a very tight quarter that's already been built up for the most part, that you're giving away to to an outside company. Now,
well, monthly payment and a percentage of the gross.
Maybe there's nothing wrong with it. Maybe it's going to be great for Tennessee. You get, $1.5 million a year plus 5% of the gross that you're making on there. Maybe it will be extremely lucrative, but I don't know. I mean,
what happens in 60 years when the people that own it then, whoever ends up acquiring this, like what if they don't want to do what, I guess it should be, like you said, I'm really curious to see all the terms involving the equity and like what it really means. Like what if they decide to put something else in down there in 50 years from now? The fans might not like.
I would imagine there will be some turnover in those businesses. I don't think how many is maybe like 4 or 5 restaurants, a couple of shops.
Yeah, I was going to say I'll be interested to see how much retail gets put in there. Everybody's talking about restaurants and bars, but I think you mentioned Vol Shop or Maybe it was Adam Sparks. I don't know.
Adidas store.
Yeah, well, that, or I mean, just something that's going to resonate with consumers. Like kind of the athleisure wear type stuff. That's a perfect setting for it, man.
I will say that about Adidas going to the Oasis into those pop-up stores they had.
Mm-hmm.
They made there's no telling how much money, and when you go, and that was just for a pop-up store for one show, but it was unbelievable.
Holston 1998 mentions, and I did read this in Adam's article, so I'm glad he reminded us of it, the right to buy the private equity out at 40 years into the deal. Long past us, probably, but...
Speak for yourself.
And then it...
95-year-old Russell will have a hot take on this, I guarantee you.
Yeah. You're damn right. You should be buying that.
I remember when Dime Store Danny made this boondoggle.
What's that?
What's the buyout number at 40 years?
Oh, I think it's a negotiated number at that point, but they have a chance to take it back.
Yeah.
But it's at the 40-year mark, and then every 10 years after that.
So for the rest of our lifetimes, this private equity firm will have control of a chunk of the most, I feel like, some of the best real estate in the state.
Yeah.
It's right next to Neyland Stadium. And I still don't care other than that damn hotel. But I don't want to start beating that dead horse again.
Does anybody mention put a gentleman's club in that thing?
Shake Shack?
The Mousetrap Campus Store.
No.
Great opportunity for young college girls to make a little extra money, Bob.
What do you got against single mothers, Bob?
And you're the one that says I dragged this show into the...
No,
I'm trying to.
Brought you on to
I'm
keep
trying
us
to,
out of the gutter.
get the economy going here. You're over there before. I mean, what better way to cheer you up after another loss to Alabama than being able to walk across the street, get a lap dance?
Yeah, well, if you're at the game with your wife saying, "Hey, you head home. I got to go over here for a little bit."
At the game with my wife? What are you talking about? I mean, this is madness.
I'm just trying to figure out what kind of restaurants they'll have down there.
I'm sure it'll be good stuff. Long John Silver's.
I was thinking more like barbecue.
I mean, you can never have too many Applebee's. That's what I always say.
I haven't eaten Applebee's in probably 30 years.
865-966-3435. You should work on that.
What's that?
Not eating at Applebee's?
Go to Apple. Yeah, go to Applebee's tonight. Report back tomorrow.
They microwave everything.
Good cheese sticks, as I recall.
Everybody's got those.
They've got some fantastic deep fried ribs.
Magic Mike says,
Really?
There you go, Russ. Welcome to the world famous Orange Club.
You guys can work that out. That'd be a surprise.
Get in there after the game. Where the hell did I get all this glitter from? Stay with us. The shocking conclusion of the drive coming up next right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Tony Basilio, the official voice of the common fan, is now on Fan Run Radio. Fan Run Radio. Tony Basilio, weekdays from 11 to 1. Be there.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue. It's more than just dinner, it's a destination. Hey, this is Russell Smith, and whenever somebody asks me for a barbecue recommendation, I always tell them to take the quick drive up I-75 and visit Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Rickard Ridge is about a 20-minute drive up I-75 from downtown Knoxville. Just take exit 134 in Caryville, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is tucked just inside Cove Lake State Park on your left. You can't miss it. Fall off the bone Memphis-style baby back ribs, slow-smoked chicken thighs, fresh, juicy, hand-cut steaks. Rickard Ridge has it all. And this ain't no Yankee chain store fly-by-night operation either. Owner Mark Rickard has spent years honing his smoking skills in Memphis, and his secret recipe and techniques have been driving East Tennessee wild for years. So make time to check him out. Rickard Ridge Barbecue inside Cove Lake State Park and online at rickardridgebbq.com.
Bob, you lost your windscreen there again, buddy.
I always
losing that thing.
Russ, I'm being told it's one of your old running buddies' birthdays today. Is today the Swamp Rat Dewey Warren's birthday?
I don't have that marked in my calendar, but if it is, happy birthday, Dewey.
Swampy.
Good guy, the Swamp Rat.
Talking about funny stories.
Great stories.
He was legit. Like he was BMOC. He was big man on campus. He was it, wasn't he?
Oh man, there's so many good Dewey stories. Legend has it that he had a car and it was painted up like the General Lee with his number on it. He was number 16 before Peyton. And it was like 16 on the side. And they said,
like before the General Lee was a thing, Dewey had the car?
What General Lee was like in the 1980s, right?
Yeah. Late 70s.
Late 60s is Dewey.
Yeah.
And he had his car. I mean, I don't know if it had like the flag on top and all that stuff, but he had his number. He had a car with his number on the side of it. Everybody in town knew this is Dewey Warren's car. And they said he could park that thing anywhere and like nobody would do anything about it.
Touch Dewey's car?
Much smaller town back in those days. Campus was a lot smaller, stadium a lot smaller. And back in those days, the president had a house on campus. And I think it's on Cherokee Boulevard now, but back
before it was right off Lake, right?
Yeah, and parking, believe it or not, back then was still hard to come by. They said Dewey would routinely just pull his car right onto the president's lawn, just leave his car right there.
Just walk.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the Swamp Rat, man. He ran the show.
Ladies loved him.
Well, that's his business. He was a handsome man.
Yeah.
Handsome devil. Bob, the good news, the good projections continue to roll in for Rick Barnes and the Volunteers. Andy Katz, the latest to show some love to the Big Orange.
Yes, it comes and goes, right? I mean, we said earlier in the week, I think it was Mark Goodman saying, I don't see it with this roster. They got too many guys, not enough balls to go around, basketballs. And Joe Lenardi put out a bracketology today, has Tennessee as a 5 seed, which seems a little disrespectful.
Little disrespectful. We were 5 seed this year, right?
Yeah, no, 6.
Yeah.
But let me introduce you to Andy Katz, who's with the NCAA and the Big Ten Network. He put out his Power 44 today. Number 1, Duke. Number 2, Florida. Number 3, Michigan. Number 4, Illinois. Number 5, Tennessee.
There you go. Attaboy,
Go!
Andy Katz.
That's about the highest I've seen Tennessee show up on any of these way too early preseason post-portal rankings. But I'll take it. I definitely don't think we're a 5 seed. I don't think we're that would put us like in the 20 range. I think 5 is a little high, to be perfectly honest, but like I said, I'll take it. I think this is definitely a top 10 team as the season begins. I think that's good. And the SEC looks, I mean, if you look at this, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 teams in the top 10. Besides Tennessee and Florida, he's got Arkansas and Texas. And by the way, if anybody's asking in the Power 44 where Kentucky is, they did make it at number 42. Number 42. So, and I think that's a little kind, quite honestly.
I mean, how many players do they have?
They've got like 10 players. They've actually got a decent rock because we forget they're returning about 5 guys.
Okay.
And they did apparently have a Zoom call with Milan Momcilovic.
Boy, that would be a good pickup for them.
Right. If they get him, that's a game changer for sure.
What? How many does Will Wade have now? Does he have a quorum yet?
No, he's got 2 guys right now.
What is he doing?
They said he's working the international circuit.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, we're done. We're just sitting here like, very picky. What is the last thing we're going to put in our shopping cart? And he's walking around there with 2 players.
It is crazy. By the way, also Nate Ament, for those who were wondering about that, Bleacher Report, Jonathan Wasserman put his latest mock draft out there, and he's got Nate going number 9 to Dallas
Mavericks.
Cooper Flagg and Nate Ament. If that happened, that'd be nice. And then
Flagg and Ament, that'd be a good duo, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and CBS just put out their newest version, and I think they had him there already. They got Ament at number 10 going to the Bucks. Jimmy Haslam.
Yeah. It'll be his Giannis replacement.
Maybe. You don't know. That's true.
What do you think the best spot for him would be? Those are so hard to say with the NBA.
I actually think Dallas would be a great spot. I mean,
Flagg.
Yeah, I mean they've got some building blocks. That's not a bad team. They didn't make the playoffs this year, but they also had their share of injuries. They had to weather the storm with Anthony Davis being on the team, and then they traded him off and all this other stuff.
I mean, we've already gotten a glimpse of what Cooper Flagg's getting ready to do, but you could have 2 of the young, like, the sky's the ceiling players in the NBA.
They also have Kyrie Irving, who didn't play at all last season due to injury. If he could come back healthy, I mean, that's not a bad landing spot, man.
The sky is the ceiling.
Yeah, you like that one?
Okay, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Bear, are you aware of the aviary nightmare that is unfolding currently in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park?
With the Eagles going missing at Dollywood?
No.
Oh. No, what's going on?
Great Smoky Mountains National Park is asking the public for information after a large number of dead vultures were found on Foothills Parkway.
What's killing the vultures?
I'd imagine that somebody or something killed them and dumped them. According to the Rangers, they found 33 black vultures dumped along the west side of the parkway. Black vultures are a federally protected under the Migratory Bird Treaty Act. I'm sure you're familiar. And it is illegal to harm or kill them without permit. Dumping of any kind is illegal in any national park.
It's my understanding they serve a pretty nice purpose, too. If you just don't like smelly dead animals laying around.
Who does?
They will get in there and clean them up.
What do you think? That's all the information that they have on the WBIR report. Like, why?
That sounds like somebody. I mean, did somebody just shoot them or
all in the same spot? I mean, you had to like shoot them, collect them, and then dump
vultures,
right?
Yeah, that's either I don't know. That's a very weird story. Those birds are pretty big.
That's what I'm thinking. Like the 30 would be in like a huge pile.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine?
Did you not hear about the Eagles disappearing?
That would stink to high heaven.
The bald 3. I think they found one of them.
Well, there was like a
Eagles
cut in the netting or something, right? And they were getting
out. Yeah. You got to be careful around those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever been attacked by an eagle?
No, but my mom lived on Douglas Lake for a while, and across the lake was the Bald Eagle Preserve. And you could not let, like if you had small dogs, you couldn't just let them go out and run around on their own.
Did it have large talons?
You've seen those. Those things are huge. Can you imagine getting just getting taloned?
Hey, quick update. GBO Kyle Beach says LSU now has 3 players. They had a player from Michigan State commit there today. So they have 3 players. Almost a starting 5.
We got to get on him this year good. He ain't going to be down long. We need to pummel that guy.
You better get your licks in on Will Wade.
Yeah.
I will say about Will Wade, he did do an interview with Rothstein earlier this week, and apparently he's got like 6 or 7 international guys that just aren't announced yet because they're all finishing seasons and whatnot. At least that's what he told Rothstein in the interview.
Yeah, that's where he's going to heavy up. The Michigan State transfer is guard Divine Ugachukwu. Averaged 5 points a game for Michigan State. Divine Ugachukwu.
Yeah. I knew a soccer player named Ugachukwu who wasn't very good. But they're out there.
Yeah.
That's another weird turn that college sports is taking, like the infiltration of the international player. And like you've got, LSU. And let's not pretend like any of these schools have been, where the locals go to pursue their education. But we've expanded globally right now. This is the first time in a long time that Rick Barnes hasn't had any foreign guys on the roster.
Good point. Now, eBay, if they get him, I mean, he's stateside, but he's Nigerian.
Okay.
So, but yeah, at the moment, you're correct.
But I'll tell you, who was it? We talked about it. Was it an NFL team? One of the NFL teams is, one of these pro teams are investing a lot of money in Africa.
It's the Eagles.
The Eagles over in Nigeria.
Yep.
I mean, baseball's been doing it for years. Setting up camps in the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico.
I've always been surprised
and
why we haven't had more Japanese players.
I think you
getting ready to see it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it feels like that. How many Japanese do the Dodgers have? 3 or 4?
Yamamoto, Sasaki, Watani.
Then there's a shortstop, Asian.
He's Korean, but yeah, they have at least 4 Asian players.
And then now you got this dude with the White Sox who's mashing.
Yeah, he's on my fantasy team. I look like a genius. That guy's a stud.
The biggest smile he's had all day.
He's unbelievable. He strikes out a lot, but man, he hits a lot of home runs.
Other than him and DR were calling somebody fat.
I was not. Don't go there again.
You know what I'm kind of surprised about? Just to go back to that, you were talking about Charles Barkley and the clothes thing. Yeah, I'm a roller coaster.
Your weight fluctuates.
Yeah. I've got.
Do you keep the old clothes in case you get fat again?
My fat clothes. I do.
Yeah,
I love my skin. So if you keep your skinny clothes hanging around long enough, you look at me like, yeah, I miss being able to wear that. I gotta cut out a lot of this stuff.
Last thing, about Barkley. Somebody said this today. It's like there's a generation that just thinks he's a clown. They think he's funny and great and talks about eating food, and it's like they don't know. They're too young to know what kind of player he was.
Oh,
I think he was a killer.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was an absolute assassin.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Could do it all too, man. I mean, just
all heart,
attack the rim. All right, thank you to Barley's for having us out here this afternoon. Really appreciate it. We'll be back in studio tomorrow. Big thanks to Walker Smith, yeoman's work by Walker behind the scenes today. For Bob and Bear, I am merely Russell Smith. Have a great evening. We'll do it again tomorrow right here on Fan Run Radio.